vibrato.
Dang, good job, Ethan.
Oh. Wow, Ethan.
That was
Thank you
really
so much
good.
for playing your little intro. No, I agree.
What he
Okay,
said.
thank you so much.
All right.
That's great. Cool. Do you want to be on the podcast?
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
No, I can't. I'm sorry.
You know, it's gonna be like, how long is this bit gonna be?
You need to know, when to stop. You know.
Yes, the mark of a good comic is knowing when to stop.
Mm-hmm.
What does this knob do?
What?
Okay.
Oh,
What?
you just
Hello?
turned the gain all the way down.
Please, guys, please. Wait, guys. Okay, this is better.
Dude.
Don't touch it. This is the no button.
Wait, are you sure it's even?
Yeah, I'm very
It
sure.
was halfway.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys, if the audio is bad, it's Beethan's
It's
fault.
You know
Ethan's
what?
fault.
I'll turn it down a little bit. You know.
Okay, thanks, Beethan.
How's that?
Thanks for looking out for us.
I think that's good.
Guys, I don't know.
All right. Oh,
and he's touching it
turning.
again.
Okay. So,
I mean, it's up to him.
honestly,
Yo, what's up?
this is your podcast. What's going on?
What's going on? Beethan,
Okay.
how does it feel to finally be invited on the podcast?
For a real episode.
I mean, I was on.
You were
Yeah.
in the 20
Before.
subscriber special.
this is an actual episode. You're big prime time.
But what about 25 subscribers?
True. We're at like 30
We're
or
at
something.
35, I think.
Yeah. We're making it big time.
Yeah, we were at 36, but then someone unsubscribed, so that
No.
kind of
Yo, not cool.
Ew. Maybe
That's
we'll do a
really
36
mean.
subscriber
That was me. I'm
special.
sorry.
Maybe.
It's
No.
okay. Beat
I'm
that.
joking.
What the heck?
I'm joshing. Wait, who's Josh?
You're just Jocelyn? Who is Josh? This is a perfect
Let's
question.
launch a police investigation as to who's Josh.
Who is Josh?
Is he friends with Joe?
Who's Joe?
Calm down, bro.
He's
True.
still going. He's still
Alright.
going. Wow, this is absolutely fantastic to have you here. I'm so glad. Can't believe we haven't done this before.
I
How come
know.
we haven't invited him on?
Wait, hold on. Who is Beethan?
It's so true. I only know McReal.
Who is McReal?
Oh.
Oh gosh, he's
No, no,
going down.
you know what? I've heard through the grapevine.
You know them
Like
grapes.
Marvin Gaye?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. That you have a new single coming out. Reasonably
I am
Untamed.
single, yeah.
Okay.
No. My band, Reasonably Untamed, has a new single dropping off of our album.
What?
You're having an album?
An
We're
album?
trying.
Can we throw you an album shower? Like, you know, we love baby showers, but it's like
Why? I already took a shower.
With Dr. Squashes?
What is this joke? Because it's all up in
It's
the
not
class
a
of 22
joke.
group chat.
It is not a joke. Okay? It is not a joke.
I don't get it.
Dr. Squatch is revolutionary. It changed my life. Okay? I used pine tar recently. Okay? Can you smell me?
I smelled
from
something
there?
when I walked inside.
Well, it probably wasn't that. I mean, like,
It's probably
It-
Elliot.
No, I heard it was Elliot's.
well, Elliot uses Fresh Falls Fresh Falls Dr. Squatch. I use
No
pine
way.
tar. You know,
Uh-huh.
my bar's kind of running low. It's kind of expensive.
We did a
I've-
Dr. Squatch's speed run yesterday.
I probably spent $40 on soap in the last week.
It's not even a joke.
I believe it.
No, yeah, yesterday we walk into Walmart and he's like, Dr. Squatch, and he goes straight
I know
to
where it
Dr.
is.
Squatch. Like,
I
he-
know where it
He had
is.
like the
I have
quickest...
the route memorized.
Yeah, the quickest
He
route
has the
memorized. He's
layout.
got it. Like,
What's
he knew.
so special about this soap?
It like you go in a boy and you come out a man. Okay, like you just. I don't know. I just feel different. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like pre Squatch me was a whole different person. Okay, you know. After I met the doctor, we had a little bit of conversation, you know. It's kind of changed my life for the better,
For the better.
you know.
And where can people get Dr. Squatches exclusively?
Walmart.
Walmart?
And you can order online, but the shipping apparently takes a long time. But, you know, my dream scent is probably deep sea goat's milk, and that's only online, so
What?
I might have to order, you know.
Wait, what?
Deep sea
Goat-
goat
goat
milk?
milk?
I almost said ghost milk. Wait.
What?
Ghost milk?
Ghost milk?
Ghost milk.
I don't get it.
Exactly.
Oh.
What are you anticipating from deep sea goat milk?
I don't know. You know, I've never actually I've never actually had goat milk.
Did
but
you know that our elementary school
Yes,
had goat
I was
milk?
supposed to bring this up.
Our Bauerschlag had goat milk, according to Elliot.
No, that it said got milk.
What?
No, but Elliot said
You said
goat milk.
Goat milk.
I trust Elliot with my life.
Me too. Goat milk.
Why would you do that?
Have you smelled his cologne? He has like 3 of them.
Exactly.
And he also uses the squash. You know what? I trust him too.
Exactly.
So it's just anyone that uses squash, you trust them.
Yeah, I mean it's like it's pretty self-explanatory. It's squash.
I guess so. Squash. What if? And hear me out here. This is a long shot, maybe a dumb one, maybe a not funny shot. We were talking about Josh earlier.
Who's Josh?
Exactly. And Dr. Squash. Dr. Josh Squash. It sounds the same. So why can't it be real?
Do we know Dr. Squatch is? Is it Squatch or
Wait.
Squatch?
It's squat.
Okay, that's how I've been saying with a T. Yeah, you said it wrong.
I've been hearing squash this whole time.
Squatch.
You guys have just not done a very good job of pronouncing his name.
I think.
How could you disrespect the doc like that?
How can you disrespect the doc like that? You don't even know how to say his name. Have you even smelled his soap? Have you?
I'm smelling Beethan right now. Smells great. Smells great.
Calm down, bro.
Ethan, I would like to move on from soap and move on to your t-shirt. Would you like to explain it to us? Explain to the listening audience what you're wearing.
So one time I was just sitting in my room, probably, probably working on Reasonably Untamed's hit new single 2 days before, coming out tomorrow. Or I guess it's already going to be out when this podcast comes out. So
We'll link it down below.
it's on all streaming platforms.
What would you prefer we link it as?
I don't know, Spotify.
Okay. Cool.
And I, my dad just comes into the room and he's like, "Yo, me and Emily are gonna go thrifting. You want to come with?"
Wait, so this was the trifecta going thrifting the other day?
No, this is like
this was
a while ago?
This is like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, this is
Oh
like
my
beginning
goodness.
of.
And
Oh my gosh.
and we go to Goodwill. Who's Will? I don't know, but he's good. Okay, we go to Goodwill, and
The bougiest Goodwill I've ever been in.
I know, it's
by
massive.
The way. It was so bougie.
it was great, and I only found one thing, and it was this shirt that I'm wearing right now. It says SpongeBob and Nudie Pants, with a picture of SpongeBob covering his squatch, if you call it. I mean, you can call it a lot of different things. He's covering up his squatch. I'm sure SpongeBob uses Dr. Squatch.
Well, he is a sponge.
Well,
so
something you didn't mention, SpongeBob is actually the O
in
Bob. Who's Bob?
Oh, yeah, wait, who's Bob?
who is
Who's
Bob? Who? This thrifting experience was so funny because it was just the only thing that we bought was that shirt and then like my dad's like shoes. So,
And so yeah, the
so you pull up to
yeah, you pull up to the cash register, the cashier dude, and he just takes like the SpongeBob
work shoe.
Nudie Pants shirt and some shoes, and he gave me the weirdest look.
It was really funny.
Well, I imagine that they're the ones that had the shirt to sell. So they've seen this shirt. They've probably been looking at this shirt for 4 years, waiting for the right person to buy it.
It was like $2.
Yeah, it was $2.
That means they've had it in there for far too long.
I might have been, making it up, but I feel like he shot me a glance that was kind of.
It's because he wanted it. It's because you
Probably.
got to it first.
Yeah, because if it's in there for long enough, then it's free for the
True.
workers.
Mhm.
That's what I've heard through the grapevine.
You know those grapes.
Marvin
Do
Gaye?
whatever. Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Ethan, I would like to talk to you about our intro, our podcast intro.
What's up?
First of he's grabbing the guitar.
Oh, I messed it up.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Wow.
Ethan, I remember giving you the guideline. I can't remember what the guidelines were, but I remember giving you guidelines, and then you come back with 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was like very quick.
I almost said 15, but that's
Way
not
too
real.
long.
That's way too long.
What about 30?
Definitely not 30.
45? Maybe an hour?
No.
Maybe an hour 15? Alright, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay, we forgive you. And you just came back with just, like, the best intro I've ever heard in my entire life. And day after day, you just one-up it.
I know,
just
like...
keep one-upping it. And I think my favorite... Oh, he's grabbing the guitar again. He put
Psych.
it back down. Wow.
He's just stressed.
I-
You playing with us?
I think my favorite time was when he walked in, played like the first few like notes or something, and then fumbled, and then that was the intro, and I think that one might have been my favorite.
Oh.
all these like in-person mannerisms that you're doing are really great for listening.
Yeah.
So for those of you who can't see what he's doing, which is all of you, he's faking that he's gonna reach back and get his guitar, but he's not. Every time he does it, it gets
shorter.
It gets less, like more and more subtle. Oh my God.
Oh, he has it. He's got the guitar. Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
That was so good.
That's so funny. Oh, and
He grabbed it and then put it back.
Uh-huh.
Is there any insight into how you play the intro differently every week? Like, do you just play what's on your mind? Or... You just took my nose. Thank you. Thank
Oh my
you.
God, he gave it back. That's so nice of him. Would you like to answer the question or? Cool.
Oh.
You know how Grayson and JC were like yelling at me saying that I stole my entire sense of humor from Garrett?
Mm-hmm.
Bim, I think it's time you face the music and you admit that you stole your entire comedy from Beethan.
I've always said this. This is not new news.
Really?
Wait,
Yeah.
new news? What?
News.
This is not new news, okay?
Well, I guess it's time for me to admit now. I think I steal every single thing from Beethan. I think everything I do is because Beethan did it for. Guys, I just got a fist bump. Guys, I could cry.
Congratulations.
Guys, I could cry.
No, yeah, I've always said this. I
Wow.
get everything from Ethan, like the little things that he says. Not everything, but
Life was gray until I met Beethan.
The Gray's a person.
Oh, okay.
so true.
Guys, I forgot. No, life was gray with an A before I
Mm.
met Beethan.
Mm-hmm. Great with an A. That's actually how my mom spells his name,
Aw.
with Grayson
I
with an
think-
A, which is really funny.
Okay. I think my mom does too.
I've never corrected her, and I don't want
I
to.
don't care. Beethan, how is it that you became friends with Boy Oh Boy?
I don't know. One time I was watching Gray the Gray stream, Gray_the_Gray stream,
It's Gway the Gway.
Mm-hmm.
Gway the
the
Gway
Gway.
stream, and he was like, "Yo, you want to play some Fortnite?" And I didn't even have it downloaded, and so I downloaded it, and it was the first time I played in like 4 years, and we had a blast, and
That's so
Are you
exciting.
excited that Tilted Towers is back?
He's speechless. Wow, he got me.
He really got me.
Wow.
Oh, look at your pick.
It's so cool. It's like
It's a really do some ASMR. Oh, never mind. No, that's me and Elliot's thing. That's not. You wouldn't get it.
can't even imagine.
You would not get it.
So I hear that JC was cheated out of a Fortnite skin.
well, it's actually in the process of being bought. Okay, I
What do you mean it's in the process? You either buy it or you don't.
Well,
It's in the process.
I didn't have the money to buy it when it was out. So when it comes back, I will get it, okay?
Will it come back?
And let me tell you, JC, you need to hop off my case, man, okay? It will be done.
Yeah, well, the thing with JC is, like, when he finds something to poke fun at you with,
He will never let it
he
go.
won't stop.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So you better just bite the bullet. And, like,
Literally.
Why would I do that to a bullet?
Sounds kind of nasty, honestly.
I'm sorry, I can't believe I brought it up. That's insane.
You ever think about how, they call it galvanized iron?
Crosses my mind every day.
But, like, who is, like, what Where'd the name Gavin come from?
That was Galvin. Thank you.
Oh my god.
I just got a fist bump.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
No, when we met Boy Oh Boy, it was just fist bumps all the time.
So many fist bumps.
It was absolutely hilarious. And
Ethan,
then,
oh,
sorry, you go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying, Ethan, can we bring attention to the fact that you saw Charlotte in the hallway and didn't say hi?
Well, you were like, I don't know, you looked really busy.
I'm never busy.
You were walking, and I was walking the other direction, and you were just walking.
Really?
And
When was this?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
What?
Yesterday, it was after first period in the hallway. It was the intersection. You were walking up the intersection. I was walking down, and I saw. I was gonna give you a fist bump, but
What? I missed out on a fist bump. Ethan, I can't believe it.
I've actually done less fist bumps now because, I don't like to admit this, but before I got COVID, like, I would fist bump random people that I saw in the hallway. And then I got COVID and realized that I might have given it to... I was a super spreader.
You're the fist bumps.
Stop. Oh my god.
And,
But you can give me fist bumps now because
we've had COVID.
we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
yeah, so now I only give fist bumps to people that have had COVID. So it's like, it's like a reward.
So
Go and get COVID, people, and you can get a fist bump today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. One thing that my friend Charlotte Vogel and I used to do is we did this thing that apparently a lot of people in Canada do, where it's like if you see each other walking in the hallway, you pretend like you don't know each other and you pretend like you don't see each other. And right when you get here, you like cross and you go, whoop, hey, and you keep walking. And it's the stupidest thing I have ever heard. But if they do it in Canada, I'm gonna bring it here.
Canada.
Like
What I've started doing recently, it's no touch involved, so no spread of COVID, but I just walk up to a random person in the hallway and kind of act scared.
Wait, how does this work?
I go I flinch a little bit, and it's pretty cool seeing their reaction. Or sometimes I walk up to a random person, I'm like, good luck tomorrow.
Oh my god.
And they give me the weirdest look. I did this at
At the UMD stadium to this random middle schooler.
Like we were just walking after the game. We got blown out. It was awful.
Really bad.
And we were walking down. No, I think this is.
It was
halftime.
when we were getting like Dippin' Dots or something like that.
Yeah, we were walking on this ramp, and I just saw a random group of like middle schoolers, and I was like, "Good luck tomorrow."
Hey, good luck tomorrow.
and
they looked so confused.
Poor kids.
I mean, but they had good luck the next day.
They did.
So it was worth.
They did. They had Bethan's luck.
Mm-hmm.
Bethan, what I want you to do is I want you to take everything you've just told me and like amp it up like 10 levels. And then at the end of the school year, I want to interview a bunch of people and like hold up a picture. Like Boy said, hold up a picture and be like, do you know this kid? If so, thoughts, opinions.
Do you know this
man?
man?
I mean, they probably just know me from the band.
True. Well, no, except that one person
Except, yeah, one time I was in the hallway, and I saw this kid with a reasonably untamed hoodie on, and I didn't know the kid, which it was a cool experience for me, but I was probably just one of Isaac's friends or something, and I was like, I walked up to him because I saw him wearing the hoodie, and I was like, "Yo, nice hoodie, man," and I don't think he knew who I was.
What did he say?
He didn't say anything. He just gave me the weirdest look.
What?
Well,
you should be like, kid, I am the band. It's
no,
me.
even if someone like you don't know compliments your
or
hoodie,
no.
you say thank you.
No, he just said thanks, but like.
No, thank you. Just
wow.
thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks.
he was like thanks.
That's so sad.
How could he not know?
But it was like a mumble of thanks.
Oh, he's
so...
like thanks.
Maybe he was scared.
Maybe
he was meeting
Maybe
his idol.
he was angry that you gave him COVID.
True.
I didn't though.
Did you give him a fist bump?
No. This was
pre-COVID, Bethan?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
COVID changed you.
You're right.
Wow. being the bigger person. Bim, take notes. When someone says blank changed you, you say you're right. That's what you have to do.
Everyone changes, okay? No dollars.
Oh, God. Every time he does it, it just gets funnier. Like, the comedy level is just multiplied. Exponential. Exponential.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ethan.
Thank you, Ethan.
Thank you. He just pulled out his guitar.
It, like...
And then put it back. And put it back like clockwork.
Oh.
Oh, here he goes again. And
It's time
in
I
his
take
lap.
my leave, I think.
Oh. And we are back with two very, very special guests to this podcast. Two guests that are very near and dear to the heart of BM&W. Believe it or not.
And the womb.
Okay. Believe it or not, we are here with Michelle and Jenny.
Yay!
Yay! Jenny, how does it feel to be on the podcast now that you have a nickname?
Privileged.
Well, Michelle has had a nickname since day one. We know this.
It's always been Michelle.
And
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like Grayson and JC chose this nickname to not to make me not feel good, because we all know I do not like the name Jenny.
This was news to me when this came up.
Anything. Can I call you? So I'll say, hi, I'm Jennifer or whatever, and then they'll say, oh, okay, do you go by Jen? I'm like, anything but Jenny. Literally anything but Jenny. And certainly not Jenny with an I.
Well, good thing it's spelled Jenny with a Y.
Exactly.
Yeah. Michelle, did you ever have any nicknames? Besides
like in
Michelle?
general,
Yeah.
like my whole life.
Yeah.
Isn't it Shell?
Shell.
Yeah.
What?
Shelly?
Why?
Let's see. No, just Shell.
Because like Michelle.
Yeah.
Shell.
No, but like
my brother had a speech impediment and he couldn't say Michelle, so he called me Shoal. And so then that just morphed into Shell, and my entire family calls me Shell.
Shoal.
Shoal.
Yeah. I've
That's
had
like-
several other. I have friends who call me Mitch.
Mitchie Mitch.
Yeah.
How about
I've had
Dan?
several.
Does he call you honey?
Dan does call me honey or dear.
Aww.
He doesn't. I would say I can't remember the last time he called me Michelle.
That's hilarious. Michelle. Surely
I
not
was
Michelle.
Sally in college.
Why?
Why do you think? My last name?
Oh, Salatrick.
Yeah.
Sally. Okay,
Sally.
that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. I'm with it.
Yeah.
So, guys, the last time you were on this podcast was in the early stages of BM&W. I like to call it the bad stages. Or, hold on.
It was before you transitioned.
Mid. No, it's worse than mid. It's worse than mid.
It's like, what? My phone is frozen. I have a notes thing where I wrote down, like, the eras of the podcast. Let me pull this up real quick.
That was like quarantine. The last y'all were on the podcast.
Oh, yeah, that was May 2020.
Yeah.
Was it really? Because
Yes.
Gigi was here. I can't believe she came. Oh, she came, but she had a mask on, and then she probably
No, she
took it off.
didn't. No, she didn't.
She was going to come in a mask.
No,
It was whether
that
you
was for
mask or
something
no
different.
mask.
Oh my goodness, where BMW timeline. The bad, the okay, the golden age, the boy oh boy, the mukbang era, the nothing podcast, nails, the bad part 2.
Is that what we're in right now?
Yeah, that's what we're in right now.
Let's
Until you
go.
would hit 100, and then
well,
it's
yeah,
like
well, I don't know when.
skyrocket.
Well, this is 100 right now.
Oh, no, I'm just saying. Now it's
Skyrocket.
This is going to launch you into a new era.
Yeah, well, that's what happened with boy oh boy. So I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, crossing my toes, that this is what's gonna happen.
I am crossing my toes. I've been crossing my toes.
Since day one. Bim, if we were to have a quote dark ages of the podcast, when would it be?
A dark ages. I feel like
When Bim forgot that she had to actually do the podcast.
When Bim forgore.
when I forgot.
You know what? I think the Dark Ages
probably.
spans just one episode, and it's the I Love Makeup episode.
Let makeup.
or
love
one
makeup.
episode, and it's just episode 62.
Wait, is that
That's the lost episode.
the last episode?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys were on the podcast when we were in probably transitioning between the bad and the okay.
So you could say we helped make you.
I would say that.
Okay,
For
I
sure.
would.
Catapulted.
No, because
I would
it's
for sure
it's
say
been
that.
said on multiple occasions that the Mommy and Me episode is one of our best. Is one of our
It's
best.
a fan
That
favorite.
was only because we let people have an inside look into your psyche, into your early years.
Yes. Well, I do
People
want to
became
save.
endeared to you.
I do want to save a lot of this for when we have you on Mommy and Me this next year,
Mommy
May
and Me Part
2022. Mommy and You.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Chill.
I do want to save a lot of that for this, but I also want to talk about some stuff now, because you guys have been here since day one. You've suffered through the early stages of BM&W, and now we're here. Would you guys like to give any insight as to how the podcast has changed, both for the better and for the worst? Michelle, I will let you go first.
You still listen to some of them, right?
So I liked the podcast more when it was topical. To be honest, it's a hard time for me to like, my goal in every listen is to get to the commercial so you get your 5 cents.
We haven't done the commercial in a
And
while.
y'all haven't
Yeah,
done
we
the
have not done a
commercial in
commercial.
forever. And then when I don't hear the commercial and it's just y'all yammering on, I click to something else. I skedaddle on out of there.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. So in
So
your
topics. We need
So
topics.
yeah, but I'm a topic girl in general.
So like what's an example of an episode that you enjoyed? She can't think of one.
I enjoyed the Taylor Swift episode.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
Because I don't
You
really
learned a
listen to
little
that genre of music. I was not a Swiftie until recently. I still wouldn't say that I'm a Swiftie, but I respect her petty ass behavior with the 10-minute Jake Gyllenhaal song.
Yes.
Period.
That is
Yes.
some.
Period.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm petty.
We have noticed, Michelle. I noticed this when she sat me down on
embrace
Christmas.
it. I embrace it. I don't care. I am petty Betty. And so I respect that level of petty. She went there and she hit it
She
out of
slayed.
the park. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What did she
So
tell you
I-
at Christmas?
Well,
What did I tell you at Christmas?
At Christmas,
Oh,
she sat
it's
me
the
down and told
drama.
me all the drama.
The big drama.
This is stuff we can't say on the podcast.
Okay.
This will be.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is a. What is it? Post podcast?
Off podcast.
No, it's a post stream story.
Oh,
After stream
yeah.
story. It's
After
an
stream
ass.
story. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, this is not for public consumption.
This is
Definitely
some
not for
real
public
tea.
consumption. This is the real. Yeah, no. So that is so great to hear. So what she's suggesting is more topics. And what she's suggesting is what I bring to the table. And what she's suggesting is more Taylor Swift podcast. Is that what we're saying?
I think that's been beaten like a dead horse.
No.
Are you kidding?
Just more topic driven.
Okay.
Topic driven.
So
Because you can build a base like that. Like, I listen to one of my favorite podcasts, is Smartless, and those 3 that host that podcast, Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, who is a fox to this day.
Oh, yeah.
I would put a picture of him from Teen Beat on the inside of my closet in a hot second if I
do
had
it. What's stopping you?
Do it yet. For real.
And Sean Hayes. So their chemistry, the way that they just interact with each other is hysterical. But they have like guests that, you know, and they try to stay on a, you know, like a generalized topic.
So what you're saying is Bim and I don't have chemistry.
I mean, I would not say you didn't have
She's
chemistry.
saying it then.
She said we don't have chemistry.
We
this
definitely
is so
do
sad.
And
I would say
mean,
that
there's-
the album podcast, when you said your albums and stuff, that was
we ranked
insightful.
Better? Okay.
I did like the podcast where y'all ranked Star Wars movies because that did give me a little insight into
Yeah, we do that every May the 4th so far.
yeah.
All two of them.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
topics. I'm a topic girl.
More topics. Okay, so we do have a list of podcast ideas. We haven't touched
I haven't
it.
touched that in so long.
We haven't touched that since 2020, I don't think.
Let me look at when is the last time we edited that?
I can't imagine it's anytime recent. And if it is, it was
But
probably
you would
just
build
to
an
add a stupid
audience, I
episode.
feel like. You know, if you had if you were more topic driven, because
Topic-driven.
just the you know, I go through my suggested all the time, and I will see what is trending on the you know, on the podcast, on the Apple Podcast app, and I'll go in and I'll be like, oh, why are they talking about XYZ? Oh, let me go take a listen, and you know,
Yeah, I do think we should better utilize our descriptions and not just make it like random stuff. As much as I love making our descriptions random things, I
no,
think
yeah,
we could
no,
better
I
use them
think
to
so.
our advantage.
For your search engine optimization.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Jenny, you have been a loyal listener to the BM&W podcast, so I feel like you can give probably the most insight as to what it is from like a third-person perspective. Of course, Bim and I can't say anything because we made the podcast. JC can't say anything because his opinion is invalid. But you have listened to a lot of the episodes, so what would you like to say? How has it changed?
It definitely took on a different spin once Bim went to college. But
College changed her.
it just she just is more worldly, and so your friend
does
group
this
expands. And
Bim had a plot,
she had
is what you're saying.
More experiences, more life experiences. She left Boolin.
A plot.
Yes. But yes, it is my Monday morning walk a dog. Although I am all backed up because of these boy oh boy, plus the 3-hour Chargle, plus the 3-hour Bim. I mean, there's only so
She's-
much walking I can do.
I know.
So,
The 3 hours.
and if I'm like distracted, and I'm bored with whatever you guys are yammering on about, then I just keep going. But yeah, I agree with Michelle in that the topics are. It just helps give you a little bit more cohesiveness.
So you don't like
and-
hearing about our day?
No, I definitely
What
like
the
hearing
heck?
about the day.
She-
no,
hates
like
hearing about
like a recap, like a brief recap.
A brief recap. Yes, I get it. But then you're also like, I feel like that did not happen that way. Sometimes because you'll say something to me or describe something, but then you describe it completely different on the podcast.
Well,
and I'm like,
sometimes I give you the breakdown. Sometimes I give you the 1-2. And
but
then
don't freak mom out.
yeah, and then I give Bim the 411, and I'm like, hey, girl, this is what actually happened.
I get the real tea.
Yeah, Bim gets the real. Yeah, has that happened often where I tell you a story and then it's completely different on the podcast?
Not completely different. It's either I feel exaggerated on the podcast or minimized on the podcast. Not exactly the way
You gotta do what you gotta do for the content, guys.
Oh,
I don't
heck
want
yeah.
to understand what the
Just
problem
be
is.
happy. I'm not even mentioned on the podcast. So. You're a star, Jen.
When she talks about coming home, she does a little bit.
Well, Michelle,
She doesn't come home.
I
comes-
do. I come
She's
home
been
all
home
the
for
time.
a month.
well, she's had COVID for half of it.
This is true.
So
No,
she's
that's the
been
worst
really
part. I
good.
was so excited to, come home and spend time with my family, and then I got COVID for 10 days. So,
If it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
That's true. Did I not say that y'all
You
were going to bring
did.
the vid back?
you literally said
I
I
it.
did.
totally think
literally
they
said
wouldn't,
it.
but I think the boys gave it to you. They definitely had it.
Oh, well, Hans and Steven both tested
Literally.
positive.
When?
And Grayson and
Like a
JC
week
just...
ago?
Oh.
They have worse symptoms than we did.
And they tested negative twice. So what they did was the day I tested positive, they found a test in Tennessee or something? No, it can't be
yeah.
Tennessee.
Some random state.
Who cares? I don't care. Not me.
South Carolina.
And then they...
I knew those two were no good.
I know. I know.
No good.
Yeah, and
See,
then
Steven almost did die.
poor Steven.
Poor Steven.
Yeah, so they tested the day I tested positive. They all tested negative. Then they tested once they got into Austin. They all tested negative. And then Hans and Steven, like a
then you
few
guys
days
definitely
later,
gave it to
or
them.
like a week or something, they both tested positive.
Yeah.
Or they tested,
So they
they
just-
And that
tested
wasn't
negative in
related
Austin, sorry.
to, but that couldn't have been related to you guys because
I think it could have.
it goes, it's swifter. It's
It
quicker
took
than that.
me, so she can't, Saturday, because I didn't even see you Friday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days. It took me 4 days. I spent one trip to the Harris Teeter and back, unmasked.
I did on Friday.
I'm
I
telling
did give you a big hug.
COVID did not want to mess with me. Said
It
she's, I'm
knew
just not.
who
I'm not
was
into
boss in the house.
No, not on
Exactly.
Friday. On Thursday.
Thursday,
On
yeah.
Thursday, I came home and gave
So
you a
even,
big hug.
okay, so then that's 5 days.
Yeah,
So
that's
6
insane.
days.
Crazy. But Michelle's God's favorite, so it doesn't
Yes,
matter.
she is an anointed one.
Something else I really want to bring up is not about the podcast. How do you think Bim and I, not as people, but our friendship and kind of our how we get along do you think it has changed a lot?
How you get along?
Well, like our relationship. Not how we get along, but like our friendship. Like how has it grown over the past year and a half?
Yeah.
I don't know much about your friendship, but
How?
Michelle.
I would hope that it's gotten deeper since, you've
No, this is
spent
just
more
surface
time
level.
together.
No, literally just for the podcast. Like, we
Guys.
record this podcast, I send her the thumbnail, and we say, and then leave.
Bye.
That's it. Bye.
I will say that you definitely dump on her a little bit more, like over the year, like this past year, like you tell her your woes and because you'll record the podcast, but then you'll talk for another hour and a half,
You're not allowed to say that. They're not allowed to know.
and like talk about stuff. Oh,
We do. Yeah, and then like if I'm at the McNeil's house recording a podcast, that's a whole day activity.
Yeah, and if I'm
that's
like
a
over
whole
at your
day
house.
there's
activity.
Sonic
Yeah.
Ice involved. There's a whole bunch of
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my favorite thing in the world is like simply
the ice dispenser thing.
No, well,
the
yes.
ice machine.
Well, it's simply like, bye, Mom, going to Bim's. I leave, and I just walk straight through the front door, straight upstairs into Bim's room. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's just
No one
like
even
no one.
blinks. And then, like, I'll just be in the house, and Ben's like, hey, Charlotte. I'm like, hey.
What's going on?
It's hilarious. Oh, my goodness.
Well,
I
my
just
favorite
pulled my
is
hair tie.
when you just come downstairs by yourself to get something to drink without Emily, and we're like, hey. And then you open the snack drawer.
Yeah, like where everything is. Just like,
You get your special cup, your
I have my
glass,
special
your
cup.
ET glass,
Oh no. Oh, this is devastating. Charlotte's recording stopped. Sorry. I realized the audience can't hear. What? I don't know what's going on. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, guys, we're back and ready to go.
She's back.
What were we talking about?
Why does
about
that
how
happen?
you just
You just walk
into
in.
my house.
You
Oh,
just
yeah,
walk
I just
in.
walk into... Yeah, and I've never really had, like, a friend or, like, a place where I've done that, where I've just walked into their house.
Yeah.
Maybe
Me neither.
Well, that's different. Miss Tammy's or maybe the Krugers, but like that's because they like were our caretaker. They were the babysitters.
babysitters.
So like, obviously I'm just
Yeah.
gonna walk in. Like
It's
I'm
so-
here. Get ready.
Yeah, it's so fun. I don't know. I like it. It's like me being in my room, and then I get the notification that you're here. I'm like, Charlotte's here. Or sometimes she just like surprises me. Like I'll be in the bathroom, and then I get out, and she's just here,
Standing
I'm
in
like,
your room.
Oh,
No,
what's
and
going
sometimes
on?
I'll be like, every time I walk in and I don't immediately see you, I'm like, oh, she's definitely in the bathroom. Like she's definitely like.
Updating her poop chart or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
poop
called?
map.
My poop map. Yeah.
She's updating poop
I-
map or like in the shower or something. Like I always get scared and then she just comes straight out. Like,
I'm like, oh,
but
hey.
like 9 times out of 10, she is in her bathroom. For what? What are you doing?
What do you mean
Stargazing.
for what?
What do you just?
We will definitely miss you when you go to college. We'll miss that.
Yeah, I don't even know where I'll be. It's crazy.
That stresses
Crazy to
me
think
out.
about. Yeah, well,
Wait, it stresses you out.
It stresses me out. Yeah. Well, on Chargle dependency is real.
excuse me. Sorry, guys.
Jeez.
Must be dinner.
Yeah, that was dinner. Well, JC and Grayson, they brought up the idea. They're like, so is Bim gonna move to wherever Chargle is, like, after she graduates? And I go, well, I don't know. And Bim immediately goes, yes.
You better hope
I think I was
a good college.
I was
or
kind
a
of joking,
good
but also,
ballet
like,
company.
if you were at a cool place, like, I'll move.
You best believe I'm gonna be at a good place. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Bet.
Well, okay. Well, the thing is, apparently San Marcos, Texas is not a good place.
No, it's
Oh, I'm not
beautiful,
moving
I've
back to
heard.
Texas. I'm sorry. I'm
Michelle
not going
shaking
to
her
Texas.
head. Michelle shaking her
I
head.
thought it was pretty on a river, and
Yeah, it's pretty.
But
I wouldn't want to live there.
Yeah.
Well, like, here's the thing. I've lived in Bulin my whole life.
it's 4 years. Let's see.
Yeah.
Or Tucson.
Yeah. Yeah, or
I mean,
Tucson.
the pluses are you're close to San Antonio.
You can go see the Alamo whenever you want.
You will never forget the Alamo. You can go to Schlitterbahn.
She could
And
be
you
Harrisonburg.
can-
Is it
You can
Harrisonburg?
go
Yeah.
to where we lost Ethan. And
Oh my
that's where we
goodness.
lost
Lost.
Ethan.
Okay,
you
guys,
can go
I have
right
a
to the
theory.
pirate ship.
The pirate ship.
What if, when you lost Beethan at, what is it,
Schlitterbahn.
Schlitterbahn?
Mm-hmm.
What if when you lost him, it was kind of like a switched at birth scenario, where, like, you got the wrong Beethan back?
We got the wrong kid.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well,
I think maybe.
I mean, I don't know. He just said that his dad had whiskers, and our dad did not have whiskers. So, like, it could have been a different.
You got the
a
whiskers.
different
Well,
kid.
he's mine now. So.
Yeah, we're
That's
keeping him.
terrifying. My dad has whiskers.
Well, I mean, Dan didn't shave that day. So.
Oh, so, like, his beard was whiskers.
Yeah.
We lost Jake at Costco for like a few seconds. They shut that whole thing down.
Oh my
They have like a code that they say, and they shut it down. Nobody comes in,
wow.
nobody goes out, and then until they find the kid, everything stops.
It's like,
There's nothing
Code
like
red.
that at Schlitterbahn.
Yeah, Schlitterbahn. I did not care.
the
They
Schlitterbahn.
were
did not
like,
care.
oh, okay.
They're like, here,
They're
have
like,
some
alright.
copium.
If you find him, good luck.
Literally cope. Simply cope. You lost your kid?
You have
missing?
2 children now.
Cope. Lucky you have 2 children.
That was
Congratulations.
huge. Is that a glass?
It's just
or
that
is
middle
a-
child.
It's a thermos thing.
Oh, a thermos thing. Okay.
Yeah. Bim, show her your cup.
Oh.
My mommy.
Oh yeah, it's your glitter thing.
Come
okay. I thought it
on,
was a can of like Diet Coke.
That's her cup.
She would never drink Diet Coke. She doesn't drink soda a lot.
That's
I just like
not even Clover Valley?
no. Unfortunately, not. I'm sorry.
That's
No.
criminal.
Well, that's been discontinued. So
I am
Well,
still...
just the root beer.
I'm still beyond sad that happened because, like, it was my favorite.
There's a small town somewhere that has some.
I need it. I need
somewhere,
it.
somewhere out there.
No, like, every day in middle school, I'd pull up with my Clover Valley root beer, and, like, it was the talk of the town. They're like, Charlotte, can I get a sip of your Clover Valley root beer? And they're all like, everyone loved to hate on it, but then they kept asking me, like, can I get a sip? And I'm like, psh.
That was
Two-Faced.
pre-COVID, obviously.
Obviously, it was in 7th grade, so, yeah, it was pre-COVID.
Nobody's drinking anybody's stuff now.
Yeah, it's insane the things we did before COVID.
For real.
Why were we standing so close in the grocery line?
Literally.
I mean, y'all would blow out candles on a cake and then eat it.
I did on the New York trip.
Yeah.
Twice. On the cannolis and then also the cake.
Oh, well, great.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder Emily got COVID.
Exactly. As
we
much
also
as
we'd still shared a drink though.
Yeah,
Oops.
as much as I like to sit here and be like, oh, my birthday was ruined. I had like 2 birthday celebrations. No, the whole trip was a birthday celebration.
It was
in New York.
Chargle's birthday bash. You have a whole shirt that says that.
Thankfully, yeah.
Come
It
on.
has my under eye bags on it. Perfect. It's hilarious.
Oh man, I have a new shirt. I just got a new shirt from Steven.
Oh my goodness.
that's me as the Joker. So I can't wait to get that.
Oh, that's so perfect. That's
Thank you, Steven.
So exciting. Yeah, so anyway, guys, are you excited for when you get invited back on the podcast for a full episode in May?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I will start. Michelle and I can start coming up with some topics.
Also, when's the Jenny Bichelle podcast?
Facts.
I don't know.
This is it.
We'll make it happen. Bim and I were actually, we were talking about starting a production company, right?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. We were thinking of starting a production company since we're so good at podcast, period. Since we're so good at podcast.
Podcasts.
We decided, like, we want to start helping people start their own podcasts. So, like, we will be the company and we, like, set everything up for you. And you guys just sit down, record your podcast, and that's it.
I am positive no one would be tuning in to whatever we had to
When
say.
I tell you, oh my goodness, I have another story after this. Grayson and JC would be #1 listeners.
They would do it out of obligation, even if we said nothing of substance.
No,
they would
because we were on Discord on my birthday, and I was like, oh guys, by the way, Jenny's birthday is on January 25th, so please text her on her birthday. JC was like over there, and his like laptop or something was over here. He sprinted over to his phone, like he almost tripped and fell to put in your birthday in the calendar. It is hilarious. It is so
Until
funny.
he found out I was an Aquarius, and he's like, oh.
Ugh.
I'm not a Capricorn. What the heck? We're both Libras.
I'm a Libra.
I'm a
Yeah.
Libra. Yeah, September 30th and October 5th.
Yeah, so is Garrett and Brad.
Garrett and Dad are Libras. And
Let's
then,
go.
Jason and Mom are both Aquariuses, but I am the token family Capricorn.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, like, once again, astrology doesn't make sense until it does. And, like, I think during the Mommy and Me episode, we need to have, like, a full birth chart analysis. I forgot we were supposed to do that for a show with the
Yeah,
Capital
we
W.
were.
You know, let's just do it when they do, when they come on the guest.
Yeah.
We're
Okay,
outing
yeah,
ourselves as to when we recorded
Is this when
this.
you started your stones obsession?
My crystal. I'm not obsessed with crystals. I just got crystals once at a museum, and they look cool.
Into witchcraft. now.
I'm not into
You got kicked
witchcraft.
out of the museum because you were taking too long picking out your crystals.
Literally.
This is true. Yeah.
I got my rose quartz right
Ma'am,
here.
We are leaving.
My rose quartz is at school.
That's hilarious.
I should have brought it back with me. I'm so sad.
Oh God. I really want to talk about the 3 weeks scenario.
The what?
The 3 weeks.
Oh, the 3 weeks.
Can we talk about it?
Okay.
Okay. Michelle, what was your reaction when when Bim's muskrat of a boyfriend broke up with her after 3 weeks?
I remember I texted her and she just said, "What?"
What did he say? My feelings changed, or my feelings shifted, or what?
Yeah,
was
she
the-
just
some
he just
BS.
said
Just some stupid
yeah,
stuff.
he's like, "I don't have feelings anymore." And I was like, "Okay."
I was torn because I always knew, since she had not dated anyone in high school, that she was going to
there wasn't anybody good.
date someone in college. And I was hoping that it wouldn't be such a terrible experience. That he, you know, I don't think I didn't want her to have a broken heart, because then there's consequences to that. You know, I will
Exactly.
find you.
Yeah, my heart is
Yeah,
She
so
bounced back.
She wasn't,
She bounced back.
She bounced back, and it wasn't terribly traumatic, and now she knows.
Yeah, I think it was
Now I
good.
know.
I think it was good character development
But
for her.
Get-
Do you
get
agree?
one
I
out.
also-
it was a little small.
I
little
also
scrape.
feel very excited that she got those small experiences.
You know what? Psh, girl,
You know, it's all
I
about the
completely agree.
experience.
Good character development, good plot, okay?
good
Guys,
plot.
Good plot, good
Good
content,
plot.
good lore.
Exactly.
Yummy, yummy
is
lore.
such good
in
lore.
Except
Yummy.
I didn't know that she was seeing him or whatever until like almost the last minute. You guys knew before I ever knew.
I told you
Emily
after
said
a week.
she wanted to tell me in person.
Yeah, I don't know.
But-
How was I supposed to tell you that? Be like, hey, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm seeing a guy.
Yeah.
Well,
I found out about it because I listened to the podcast. So I was like, who is this guy that they're
Oh my
painting
goodness, I was
nails?
so angry. The guests aren't supposed to talk before you introduce them. That's the rule. That's the
For
rule.
real.
And Neil just started opening his mouth, and I'm like, King,
Shh, this is not about you.
There's
I didn't even say your name yet. I didn't
Protocol.
even say your name.
What would
Chill
Lauren
out.
Michaels have said?
Literally.
What would Lauren Michaels have said? Literally.
He would have said, off with you.
Get away. My gosh.
Get
My
out.
gosh. Yeah, I think it was definitely very good character development for Bim. I can imagine if I ever start seeing one, I think I would tell Jenny almost immediately, where I'd be like, I have a potential scenario coming up.
I did tell her there was a potential scenario though. I just didn't I just waited like a couple days to tell her that we were actually dating.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. That is exciting. Michelle,
Yeah.
do you think College Park changed Bim?
Yes.
Whoa.
How so?
So, it made Bim become independent Bim. Today, she went and got her booster all by her little self.
All by
made the
myself.
appointment all
Material
alone.
girl. Material girl.
All by myself.
know.
I made my own appointment.
Made her own appointment.
Wait, you got the booster? You just had COVID. Why'd you get the booster?
You
I
had to
need
have
it.
it to get back into school.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They had to have the booster.
Seriously? Oh my gosh, these
And
people don't even
They had
read
until the
CDC
24th to
stuff.
get the booster.
Exciting. Oh well.
And I mean, you know, she's doing all these things. We don't talk to her a bunch because she's living her best life, and I'm happy about
her
that.
life at College Park.
She is living. I do have a snap streak with her.
Yeah,
so at
I
least
give you
see
updates.
her. Yeah.
I send you like videos sometimes.
But I
giving you,
mean,
like, a life
so I
update.
have a friend in Texas, and her daughter speak on the phone like 4 or 5 times a day.
Ew, that's
And,
terrifying.
she was like, do you think Emily will do that? And I was like, no, Marlo, I'm never going to hear from Emily. And, I don't.
Okay,
But I mean, it's not like,
Mom,
like you
no one hears from me.
I know, but Charlotte sees her.
I can never get in contact with her. I text her and I'm like, okay, I'm waiting.
That's
And then,
In the group chat.
there was this one time where I texted her like 4 times and she did not text me back, so I had to FaceTime her and I was like, remember me? Remember little old me?
I literally I remember this. I was in the dining hall buttering my bagel. My phone was in my pocket. Like I couldn't.
So all
Whatever.
that to say, she's having to navigate. You know, we've always made them independent. They've done their laundry since they were 7 years old. They do chores. They are responsible, you know. But now she gets to be, you know, adult Bim and, you know, make her own decisions. Like, am I going to do this? Am I going to do that?
That's so exciting.
Adult then.
I feel like
So
I feel like I was doing that since age 4, where I was like, I'm gonna do this now. Yep. Well, there's this one time where I don't know if we've told this story on Mommy and Me. I had bangs and like they were just long enough that I could tuck them behind my ears, and I said, you know what? I don't want bangs anymore. So I took the scissors and I cut them like diagonally across my forehead. Like
Yes.
like up in the
Almost
corner.
vertically. It was
Yeah,
like this.
insane.
And so she woke up
That's
from her
the
nap and
style.
like looking at her. I'm like, this looks weird.
Something's different.
Like, did you cut? I have picture evidence.
Oh my god, I need this. I need this
I need to
picture
put this
evidence.
in the yearbook.
Oh please, I need this to be my new screensaver. Actually, no, my screensaver can't be a picture of myself.
Oh, that one with your pigtails and you doing this has your crazy bangs. It was right around the same time.
Crazy bangs, trademark. God, I was gonna
Chargle
say
bangs.
something. Oh yeah, Mom. Do you think the deer changed me?
It has become
Yes.
part of you. When you take a life, it becomes part of you.
Yeah.
Did you hit a deer, Charlotte?
Yeah, I've told you
I
this for
hit
sure.
a deer with my car.
I ran over it.
I
did
hit
not
a
know
deer
that.
in October.
I for sure told you this. Yeah.
In October?
Yeah, that was the intense October moment. Bim broke her Nick Cage sunnies. We've been over this.
Yep.
If you had
I think
listened to
I
the
heard
podcast,
The car was in the
Carry
shop
on.
for like 2 months.
it was devastating. I had to drive the Honda, and it was just devastating.
I remember you driving the Honda. I just didn't know it was because
That's because the other one had a lot of fur in it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like,
She got the license plate back, and because they had to pick it off the road, and there was fur stuck in it. I was mortified.
Ew.
yeah, okay. Well, the thing was, I hit the deer, and then I promptly dragged it like through the road for like 100 feet. And of course that's gonna rip off the license plate. So my dad and I were walking along, like trying to find my license plate, and I finally found it. The license plate was all crinkled up, and like it had a bunch of deer hair in it. So obviously that's gonna take a toll on someone. Like that's gonna traumatize them for the rest of their lives. But
How
yeah,
did
so-
the deer change you?
it did. The deer. I can't drive on that road anymore. I don't have to frequently. Like it's a very out of the way road
Which
to go on.
road?
She's very aware of her
ground?
surroundings now.
Yes.
River Road? Maybe?
River Road?
No, it was
White Ground?
it was 28.
Partnership?
It was 28. But it was like
Near
28.
the equestrian.
No,
Or-
it was like so like 107 Sugarland. Here. It was up here. This way. I was riding the high
Towards
after
towards
my
Boolin or towards Rockville?
towards Boolin.
Oh, okay.
I was riding the high after my pre-tapes, and I was like, finally got them done. And I was like, you know what? It's very pretty, very nice outside. Let me just go like around this way and come back home. And that was the worst decision I've ever made. So,
And it was like 2 or 3 o'clock,
Yeah,
so
it
it wasn't
was,
like dusk.
yeah,
It was the middle
and,
of
like-
the day. What was
and-
it doing out? Bambi was lost.
yeah, and I got home.
And it lost.
I got home, and I was like so devastated. Just so devastated. and I was like, no, my dad was like, aren't you like gonna go to the football game? And I was like, I didn't know I was allowed
You're
to
like,
go.
are you allowed? I'm like,
Am I allowed?
You didn't drive cross country to run over a deer. It jumped out in
Yeah,
front of you.
and like I guess then that was when I realized that like hitting a deer, like it's a big thing, but it's not a big thing. You know,
no, not
it just
where we
sucks. It just sucks.
It's normal.
They're a menace.
Yeah. So just last thing before we leave, where would you hope to see this podcast go in the next 100 episodes, or
Viral
what like
Chaz.
to the top of iTunes.
no what are like our hopes for the podcast, like realistically?
I guess honestly, just keep going is one. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a big thing.
What about you?
Get
I would say
more
keep
viewers.
going when Charlotte is super busy at college.
Yes,
Yeah.
have Charlotte be at college and have
going.
some experiences
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Well, that's why Grayson and JC started the podcast. Not a lot of the reason. Some of the reason why was to keep contact during college. But I can't imagine a scenario where I'm just like, you know what? No more BIM.
I just dropped Charlotte.
Bim's like,
I'm
you know
out.
what? Charcoal dependency cured. Like that's just not gonna
over.
happen. So even if we were to stop the podcast, it wouldn't be a big deal, but it would be a big deal.
It would be, yeah.
It would
It
be
wouldn't be a big deal for-
catastrophic.
Yeah.
It'd be catastrophic for everyone else, but in terms of
Except
Bim and I's
us.
friendship, it would be like fine.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay.
It'd be like, you know what? Now I don't have to stress about doing my math homework before the sun goes down.
You know, you could do like pick an episode number where it's like seems unattainable or whatever, and then when you get there, you're like it's over. But then you just start to do it the next week. You keep going.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I
Has
feel
that
like
ever been done before?
I don't think anyone's ever done that before. Where they like say like, oh, this is after this episode we're ending,
and they're like totally make it, and it almost becomes a little sappy, a little creeper in the side of your eye, and then the next week they come back like it's nothing happened.
Well, no, like, and then they take first we would have to take a week off to make people believe it, and then we come back the week after that with like a nothing podcast, just some BS.
It's not even us.
It's not even us. It's just two randos who like just are on here for no reason. And then we come back the next week. We come back the next week and like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
But don't put pressure on yourselves. Whatever it morphs into, it morphs into.
Yes.
We're never ending this podcast.
Keep going as long as you're happy doing it.
Yeah. That's exciting. Well, what if we do like, okay, we'll do it like once every 2 weeks. Would that mess with your Monday morning ritual?
Of course, yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'd have to find something else.
Well, you could always like have like you could have it in the can like little short 25-minute, and you could put those episodes in on a week that you're not going to. It
or
can be like
some
your
of these
candy bags.
Those other people, they bring back like a classic episode, and they just do an intro. Oh yeah, we're bringing back one of our highly watched or listened to videos,
and then it's just the same.
This is a classic, and it's a rerun of the old one.
Oh my goodness! So now that we have 100 episodes, we're set for the next 200.
Yep, you can bring it back.
Good.
We're gonna bring back a classic.
This is a BM&W classic. It's just episode 42. Just a random.
Just like a random episode.
People do that all the time.
So I have one last question before we will let you ladies go. Bim and I went through a rough patch in April. And during that rough patch, we broke up for a little bit, and we each released...
Is that when she was dating the douche?
No.
Okay.
In April?
I forget when it was.
My goodness. It was like yesterday she was dating him. My goodness.
Oh, yeah. That was a while ago.
When we were broken up, Bim released the Bim
what?
podcast. Michelle's not up with it.
We broke up in April.
You did the W podcast, and then you did... Okay,
Bim did the Bim podcast.
And you did the commercials?
Yes. No.
For each other?
No. That was Show with a capital W.
That was Show with a capital W.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
These people don't even pay attention. This is art we're creating. Art live on the scene.
I do remember that.
Okay. So I'm not going to ask which one you like better, because we both know where each of your biases is going to go. All I ask is, if Bim and I were to start our own podcasts, like I do my own podcast, Bim does her own podcast, do you think they'd be listenable? Or do you think it's us together that makes it good?
You have to have a yin and a yang.
Yeah, I wouldn't do a separate one.
Michelle's like, ugh.
Ew.
Then you could have like a Monday morning ritual, and then like a Tuesday morning ritual, and then after that a Wednesday morning ritual. So then like all you're missing is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday situation.
So I have a lot of other podcasts I can.
So what you're saying is you don't only listen to BM&W and Boy Oh Boy?
Correct.
And for what? Why?
Well, to be clear, it's taken me a long time to get through this month of stuff because there's a lot of overlap and a lot of things
she's
going
backed
on.
up because of COVID.
A little bit.
But anyway, Michelle and Jenny look like they're about to fall asleep.
I'm ready for bed.
So we will let you ladies go. Thank you so much for joining us on today's podcast.
No, it was my pleasure.
Of course.
My goodness. You know how usually you're supposed to go 3, 2, 1 and then say nothing? Like, we learned this from iCarly.
Right.
Bim goes 3, 2, 1. And that was it.
Exactly.
Hey guys, welcome back. We have a very, very, very special guest for today's segment. You remember him from the Harry Potter episode, and we're back with another Harry Potter episode. Billiot!
Hey.
Yay!
Yes.
Everyone's very happy to see you.
Mm-hmm.
So, since the last time you were on the podcast,
It was like 2 years ago.
it was a while ago.
It was very long
since then, I have read all of the Harry Potter books.
Emily told me about 1.5 years ago. Actually, 1.5 years ago.
1.5 years ago.
1.5.
Approximately 1.5 years ago.
Did you calculate it?
That Elliot did.
That is a joke because one time my uncle came over and I just randomly said 1.5 and said
Yeah.
1.5.
Yeah, he was like
1.5 years?
He's like about 1.5 years ago, and we were like, what?
I feel like I've
Talking about
heard about this.
like, what do you mean
1.5 years ago. Yeah,
So yeah, anyways, we're getting back on track.
getting back on track.
Back on track.
He's the one who's gonna keep us on track. Except, and then Ethan was like, every which way other than the track.
He missed the track completely.
There is no track in his world. His world is like, you know that episode of Family Guy where they're like time traveling, they accidentally go outside the timeline and it's just like a whole like white. That's Ethan's world.
Just white.
It's just white.
Wow.
And that's it. So Ethan, since
Ethan?
Wow.
Billiot,
Belliot, yeah.
Oh my
Belliot.
since you have last been here, have you read the Harry Potter series again?
I think I listened to it while I'm playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
So I listened through it throughout, and sometimes when I'm having trouble sleeping, I just turn on a random chapter of Prisoner of Azkaban and I just go right to sleep.
I think you did. You reread, because since the last time you were on, you like reread them and took notes on like specific things, like in a Google Doc.
Well, I stopped doing that up until Deathly Hallows, but I definitely did not get all of them because, while I was just doing like parkour while I was doing it, and I had to miss some of them because it has not been working to my advantage how I was used to, because the whole reason I did it was to find out like answers to like random trivia, but hasn't worked out.
You're still really good at trivia though. Like one time you got, what was it? Like
I usually beat Jay by one, but
I don't know what any of these words mean.
Super Carlin Brothers.
Oh, okay.
They do this like trivia like verses and so anyways.
Exciting. This is so exciting. So, last time you were here, we ranked movies because I was a noob and knew nothing about the books.
Noob.
But since I've read the books, I can now rank the books.
That's huge.
And I will admit, I didn't have them ranked until Billy came in, and I just went. Because I knew what it was, I just didn't write it down.
Wow.
Yeah. Can I just say this about the last one? So at that point of time, you ranked Deathly Hallows Part 1 really highly.
Yes,
right?
I love that movie.
So back then I was like, what? But now, like, rewatching it, like as you like mature, you start to appreciate stuff more. And so I definitely have it higher in my list, but not as high. But
Oh wow.
I definitely have it higher.
You've matured. I guess I haven't matured then, because I don't hate it. It's just not my favorite.
It's not my favorite. I just really like it. I think it's because I remember seeing the last two movies in theaters.
Yeah, I remember seeing the last
And
one
then
in theaters.
the last movie, it was the one we had in our car, and I've just seen it way too many times. Way too many times with zero context.
You just didn't know what was going on.
I had no idea what was going on because like I barely saw like the other movies. So it was just like, what in God's name is a Horcrux? Where did they get this stupid cup? Who is this girl with the crazy hair? Like, I had no idea what was going on.
Wow, but now you do.
Now I do. And I remember in elementary school I had read the first book. And then when I was halfway done with the second book, my parent, like, we were going to watch the movies after I had finished each book. And, like, I had only finished the first half of Chamber of Secrets, so then we just watched the first half of the movie.
I did that. I remember when I was watching, like, I was reading the books, I really, 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 for some reason, wanted to see, like, order, but I hadn't finished it yet.
Yeah.
So I just, like, sat in, like, the movie was on, like, our computer, so it was just me, and I was like, wait, I haven't seen this part yet, so then, like, I paused
Guys.
it.
Wait.
Wait.
No spoilers, no
Yeah, no
spoilers.
spoilers.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Well, yeah, anyway, I think we should just get started. Billy, would you like to go first with your number one?
Sure, but
Are
I
we-
would like
wait.
to say just one
Are we going from bottom to top?
bottom and top.
Oh, let's do bottom top.
Yeah, come on.
But yeah, just want to say, like, so throughout the years, I've kind of fallen back from where I was like really close. You know, I was really like a fan, but now I've kind of like fallen
You've
back.
fallen off.
Fake fan.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I've been going into different like, you know, stuff. So but yeah.
I think all of us have the same bottom one. Can we just say it on 3?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Chamber.
of
Yeah.
Oh my god. Thank goodness. This book was so boring for no reason.
Literally.
It's so long.
No, it's actually shorter,
It's
but it
short,
feels
but
longer.
it feels long.
It
because
just moves so slowly.
it's like things just happen like for no reason.
Well, I feel like it's still like a lot of exposition because it's like for Sorcerer's Stone, she had to, or the author of the books had to like create the whole world, and then like by the time they got to the second book, they had to like be like, okay,
Recap.
This is recap first of all, and then they had to like create the world like further because like then they realized this was gonna be a whole deal.
Yeah, like it was.
So this wasn't just a one-off thing anymore. So they had to like, boring stuff.
And it's like,
Yeah, it definitely had the worst story out of all of them.
yeah.
And it had, like, the whole reason you read the books is to find out what else happens during, like, if you see all the movies first, you're like, I wonder what actually, like, is all said, right? But the Chamber of Secrets doesn't really go on that. There's only a couple scenes that you don't see in the movies, so it feels longer because you already know what's going to happen. You've already seen what's happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what we're saying is we could read the first book, watch the second movie, and then read the rest of the books.
Yeah, like
And
you aren't missing
nothing-
anything.
You would not miss anything.
You're missing like Nick's death day party, and that's it. Like
No.
no,
And
it's so
Draco
sad.
making fun of Harry for signing a person's autograph.
No,
Oh my god.
How?
Can't miss on that.
How dare
can't
we?
miss this.
It's
And
just,
the plot is just really bad.
it's just aggravating.
Yeah,
It's like you're sitting there, reading it, waiting to get to the next books.
yeah.
It's just like jumping through hoops. It's just a thing you have to do. All right, glad we're all on the same page. All right, what's everyone's next one?
Well, are we going to go in order now? Since I'm pretty sure we have, like, different...
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I mean,
You go.
yeah, I was gonna.
I'll go first. Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah,
I mean,
same.
I feel like other people might have this... I feel like it's a community, like, it's mostly on people's down of the list. It's just really long, a lot of unneeded details. But it's not like I don't enjoy this book and the Chamber of Secrets, but it's just, like, really long.
Yeah, Order is at number like 6 for me too, because it is so long. I like it, but it's like, and it's so difficult to read because Harry is so emo. Like,
Literally.
calm down, bro.
Yeah, well, this one's pretty low on my list too. It's not my second to last, but it's pretty low. But it's just infuriating to read because like everything, especially watching the movie, you just can't help but hate. What's her name? Umbridge.
Cho.
Umbridge.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Cho.
And
Yeah,
Cho.
Cho
And
is annoying
Cho.
too.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Like you can't help but hate her, and like everything she does is just infuriating.
Yeah.
And me and
God.
Emily were talking about this, like, a couple days ago. J.K. Rowling naming Cho Chang.
I know.
Oh my God.
That,
And everyone else
That
gets
is not-
beautiful names.
That is not an Asian name.
it's not a real name.
That's
everyone-
just J.K. Just like,
Yeah, that's the author just,
Yeah.
you know, being the author.
Just being
Showing
dumb.
their true colors.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and everyone else gets like a beautiful name. Like, how did they think of some of these names? Like, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, like Hermione, how do you get that? And then it's
literally, and then there's Cho Chang.
like what?
That's like criminal. That's
Literally.
criminal. My second to last one is Sorcerer's Stone.
I feel like that's kind of controversial.
It is very controversial. It's just, I like when things get more complicated, and Sorcerer's Stone was like kids solving a mystery, and
Yeah, I
like
can
I've
see that.
watched enough of Riverdale to not want this anymore. Like I like when things get really complicated and like
You're like,
it gets more involved into like the Voldemort plot line and like
Baldy.
Baldy,
Baldy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Baldy.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah. I have Philosopher's Stone next.
I
Oh
do
my,
t- I do too.
Sorry, I did the scum
Yeah.
way of saying Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah, I have mine written as Philosopher's Stone too. You need to catch up.
You need
so
to
sorry.
stop being so American. All right.
Literally.
I'm sorry.
Dumb American. Anyways, So I have Philosopher's Stone, even though it's not more complicated, it's not more like in depth as Order of Phoenix. And I just want to say in the Order of Phoenix, I really liked Grimmauld Place and all that, like the Ministry and all that. So anyways, but on Philosopher's Stone, even though it's, a worse story, worse than anything, you can just read it and just feel really heartwarming and like, comfy, as you would say. So
Yeah,
that's
I
why
have
put it up.
Philosopher as my third to last, my fifth, because it's like it's not as complicated. That's why it's like lower, but also like it's like it just reminds me of like when I read it for the first time when I was like a kid, and I was like, it's like Harry Potter. Like it's the same thing with the movie where it's like it's Harry Potter. Like that is it. It's like more magical, I guess.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's so exciting. Yeah, for my third to last, I have Order of the Phoenix. So we have this pretty much
Wait,
the
it's
same
pretty
bottom
similar,
three. Is this like a
Spicing
universal
it.
thing? Like where people?
I guess so. Order is usually people's least favorite.
least.
Yeah.
Wow. That's funny.
But
Yeah.
you can appreciate a lot of stuff in Order of Phoenix just because it's getting more complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's the only reason.
like the parts that are good are really good, but the parts that are bad are boring.
Literally so
boring. They drag it down just so much.
Like I don't care.
I don't need this. All right, what's everyone's next one?
Prisoner of Azkaban for me.
Oh my god, me too. Do we have the same? No, we don't have the same list.
I don't think we have the same list.
Yeah.
But alright, for Prisoner of Azkaban, it's just pretty meh. I mean, you get the same feeling that you get for Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets, because it's right before Voldemort comes back and everything. And it's just pretty average. I don't know.
Prisoner used to be my favorite when I was in 8th grade because nothing happened. It was my favorite because I was like, oh, everyone's so happy. Like, there's no real consequences to anything that is happening in this book. And then that's kind of the same reason why it's, like, kind of mid to me now, because it's, like, nothing happened. Like, there's no consequences to anything that's happening. But it's still good. Like, it's still a good book. It's, like, it's fun, I guess.
It's just pretty enjoyable, You like the moments where, like, nothing's happening and they're just going to Hogwarts. So.
They're just
kids going to Hogwarts.
Just going to Hogwarts.
Yeah.
With that little side in the back of my mind, oh wait, there's this mass murdered prisoner that broke out. Whoa.
Yeah, but like on rereads, like that's not a big deal because it's just serious. But like reading it for the first time, I'm sure it's like whoa. But on rereads, you're like, okay, it's just Sirius being silly,
Sirius being silly.
Yeah.
You guys are not gonna like me for this.
No.
Oh no.
You know what's coming. My middle one is Half-Blood Prince.
Oh, Ellie.
It's not because I don't like it. It's I really like this book. It's because I like other ones more.
Whoa.
Boy.
It's because I like other ones more. I thoroughly enjoy this book. I really do. One thing I cannot stand, Dumbledore.
What?
What?
What? I love the man,
Dumbledore's
but
so good.
why
in this
can't
book.
he just tell Harry things? Why can't he simply tell him stuff?
Oh my god.
Like, it's infuriating listening to Dumbledore, like, talking in metaphors. Like, just tell him what's happening. And then he dies. And you're like, what? Just simply tell him. It's gosh, my goodness.
I feel like you're reacting like Harry would while he's camping out in Deathly Hallows.
Yeah,
but-
I am. Well, I
You
understand
reread-
why Harry's like this, because what's the point? What's the point? It would be so much easier if you just sat Harry down and been like, this is what you have to do. Okay, now I can die. I don't get it. Love this book. Absolutely love this book. Love all the Voldemort lore and, like, the Horcruxes, whatever. I hate the Slughorn plotline where they have to get the memory out of Slughorn because it
it's
just
kinda
takes
iffy for me.
so long. And, like, it's so cringy every time Harry tries to do it. Like, it's just stupid. Anyway.
Well, I feel like you definitely need to reread the King's Cross passage just to tone that feeling a little bit down, but I can see it. Can definitely see it.
Wow.
So, yeah. Next up, number 3, I would say, is Deathly Hallows.
Me too. Although I know our first two are switched, so
I feel like I'm left out of the club here.
yeah, you just don't get it. You're
Just
not a true
don't get
fan.
it. Yeah.
You wouldn't get it.
So Deathly Hallows, it's like, it's really good. I really like the ending chapters. That's what makes it really good. But I don't know. It's just when I was like re-listening to the audiobooks, trying to pick out details, I just couldn't finish the first chapter for whatever reason. Maybe it's just because I didn't care, but I don't know. I don't really have much to say of why this isn't higher. It's just a good book.
Yeah.
It's a good book, but you like other ones more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
so
I-
big.
So now you agree with this
So, yeah,
reasoning.
and
No,
the-
but no.
Half-Foot
Yeah.
Well, anyway, but I was just about to say, the reason I like Harry Potter so much is for Hogwarts.
Mhm.
And that's
Yeah.
just why, you know. It's a good book, but that's just
I
why.
agree. I feel like it not being at Hogwarts just makes me sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
but
depressed.
it's still really good. Like I like the ending. The beginning is kind of like not mid, but like not as good. But it's still like once it starts picking up, it picks up, and it's like, yo,
Yeah,
I-
the movies did
Yeah.
Voldemort's death so dirty.
Oh
Literally.
my goodness, I was
Yeah.
so angry about that because when I read it, like in the book,
Mm-hmm.
it's like genuinely moving. Where like it's just his
It's
body there,
genuinely,
like
like-
he's just a man.
Like,
Yeah.
you've read 7 books up to this point, and you're like, he's just spilling it all out. Oh, like, Snape loved Lily. He would never, like,
Yeah.
it's just spilling all of it out, and you're like getting, oh, yeah, here we go, here
Yeah.
we go.
It's
Like, this is so
good.
cool.
It's good.
Yeah, it's
And
really
for the
good.
movies, like, if you watch the HBO Max thing, you saw, like, the director for the Deathly Hallows saying, oh, yeah, it would be really cool if, like, they,
that made me so
and
mad.
Voldemort and Harry morphed into one for no reason, go out to the yard with no one watching and just duel. And it's just
Literally. Yeah, he was like, wouldn't it be cool if we just ignored the books? Like,
It's just stupid.
ignore what made Deathly Hallows really good.
yeah.
But yeah.
Bruh.
So yeah, what's your...
My third one is Goblet of Fire. Love this book. I didn't understand Bim's love for this book because I watched the movie and the movie's kind of mid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
the
for
movie-
some
still-
reason, for the casual fans, Goblet of
still
Fire
really
is like
good.
the favorite, number
Yeah.
one.
It's still
Uh-huh.
like really. It's a good movie, but like when you compare it to the books and how much more they could have included and should have included, it's like the movie just falls flat.
Exactly.
But like the movie on its is standalone.
movie
is really,
is
really
very
good.
one-dimensional. It's just one-dimensional.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just very, just get through the task and
Yeah.
Voldemort rise. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Lame.
I like once again Bim said like there's so many mysteries to solve,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like one thing after like what it's just a whole thing of like what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one thing I hate is the Ron Harry fight. I hate when like they break up their friendship for no reason for a majority of the book.
I mean,
It's stupid.
yeah.
Every time they do it, it's stupid.
Whatever you say.
I don't like
I
it.
have more. Whatever.
Alright, now for number 2, I had Goblet of Fire. I really like this book, but I like Harry being older in Half-Blood Prince and just like the more complex and more better storytelling in Half-Blood Prince and Goblet of Fire. But yeah, it's just really good. All the mysteries, them trying to figure out like what's happening while it's happening is just really good. Barty Crouch, all the like the best scenes. One of my favorite chapters is the Truth Potion chapter. All that. It's just a really good book, you know, really good plot.
Something I do have to mention. In the movie, when like they're talking to Barty Crouch Jr. And he's like revealing how he like how he's been alive basically, and like how he's now Mad-Eye Moody. In the movie, it is so rushed. That whole scene
Yeah.
is like 2 sentences, but in the book, it's so long.
It's a
and
whole
it's like,
chapter.
an
It's like
entire-
a full
yeah.
deal, and like
Because it was like hard. Like
exactly,
Like, he had to
exactly.
keep
The
a secret.
audience deserves this.
Yeah.
we deserve this.
Well, the audience doesn't deserve it in the movies because it was never like shown in the movies.
Yeah, like it was never like a big deal.
yeah, it should have been a much bigger deal.
It was
The only thing in the
insane.
movies was just like, I put your name in the Goblet of Fire and made you teleport to Voldemort. Like,
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, goodbye
That's-
now.
All right. See ya.
David Tennant deserved more. Thank you very much. I'll call
Is that
it.
the actor?
Yes.
Or- oh.
We
You wanna
deserved
see-
more David Tennant. He could have done that scene justice. He's a fantastic actor. But they just didn't give it to him.
Wow.
You want to say anything about Goblet of Fire?
I'm gonna save it for when I say my number 1.
Oh, wait, oh yeah, your number 2 is Half-Blood Prince.
My number 2 is Half Blood. I I really, really like this one. It's just not as good as Goblet. I love Half-Blood. I love the Voldemort scenes. What did you say?
I disagree.
Oh my god. Bruh. It's so good, but it's just not as good as Goblet. I like the like romance like side plot. I hate how they do it in the movie, but
literally I love the Ginny Harry.
Yeah, it is so much better
plot.
in Half-Blood. It's like you actually see them like
Ginny is such a good character. She's one of my favorites.
Like yeah, in the book.
She's
like
in the popular.
Yeah, she's like cool.
She's so cool.
Literally.
Harry Potter is like the most famous person, everything, and he's like scared to
talk to her.
Yeah, I know, cuz she's just so cool. Yeah. I like Half-Blood a lot, but not as good as Goblet. I'll talk about Goblet later though. Defend myself.
Guys, my number 2 is Prisoner of Azkaban.
Really? Wow.
I had a strong emotional connection to the movie. And I was like, well, maybe it's different for the book. It's not.
It's the same thing.
It's the same, but it's also like a bunch of little details that just make it like so much better. And like that movie to me it gives me like the This Is Harry Potter vibe, but it also gives me like if there were to be prequels with like Sirius, James, Lily, like all of that,
the
it gives me that like Marauders, like prequels, it gives me that vibe, like Prisoner of Azkaban. I think it's just because like Remus and Sirius are in it.
Right, yeah.
But I love Remus.
Me too.
I love Sirius.
Yes.
Yeah, Remus is the best character.
And my favorite part is when they're all in the house. What's the house?
Yeah.
The Shrieking Shack.
Shrieking Shack. When they're all in the house and they're like they're talking about how they became anime guy.
Yeah.
Anime
guys.
Anime Among Us. How they became Among Us. I love that part because once again, in the movie, it's rushed.
Yeah.
It's like 2 sentences. But then when you get into the book, it just adds so much more
chapter.
detail.
It's a whole chapter.
Yes. So much more detail.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like
Great.
besties reuniting.
I know.
And I forgot the most hype scene in all of Prisoner of Azkaban. In all of the Harry Potter. More hype than Voldemort's death. Them winning the Quidditch Cup.
Oh my goodness,
that was so hype.
It was so
that
good.
Was so hype.
Throughout
It still
all-
like stresses me out when I read it.
Throughout
I'm
all
like,
the circumstance of Draco and them just cheating, he just pulls it out just by a split second, gets a snitch.
Yeah.
Everyone's hype.
I just love that book. And
The
it's
Weasley
like
twins bring out pumpkin juice from the kitchens.
yeah.
So hype.
It's just like I had the word for it, but now I don't. I don't care.
Oh.
It's so much Hogwarts content.
Yes.
So much Hogwarts.
So much
Yeah.
So much Hogwarts content. All right, what's everyone's number 1?
My number 1, undebatable, Half-Blood Prince. Nah, I'm joking, but yeah, Half-Blood Prince is just the best, most complicated, most enjoyable, the characters are good, the plot's good, Slughorn's memories, like Voldemort's memories. Dumbledore, the best character in this book. Dumbledore just really shines. You get that really good Dumbledore action and like him being whimsical with also being powerful.
Something I do like that about Dumbledore. I hate how he's all cryptic and doing all this stupid stuff. What I love in Order of the Phoenix and also Half-Blood, you get to see just how powerful he is. Because you don't really get to see it in the movies, except for like the Voldemort Dumbledore duel. But like he's just like insanely like powerful.
He's wild. He's
and like
cracked.
you don't get that's
like,
where you get to see
yeah,
it.
you get all the 6 books of saying how Dumbledore is the most strongest wizard, but you never get to see it.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
But when they go to the Horcrux cave, they like Dumbledore starts like murmuring like random magical words, trying to figure like this out and like draw blood, and he's like, "We need a blood sacrifice." Goes out, and then like the fire and all that.
He just knows so much.
He just knows.
He knows.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Ginny and them and Harry's relationship. I feel like when they actually got like in a relationship, it was like a couple sentences I felt like cheated out of them actually being in a relationship.
Yeah, I guess.
I do think we were cheated out of more Harry Ginny content for real. Because it's like they kissed once and then they're married suddenly.
All of a sudden, wait, what? Calm down.
But yeah, it's really good.
Really good.
Ginny and Harry and you know, him being potions. I love when Hermione's like really mad at Harry for using the Prince's Tale or whatever, Half-Blood Prince book. So yeah,
That was good.
yeah, Half-Blood Prince.
Half-Blood Prince.
Half-Blood Prince.
Hype. My favorite. I don't know why y'all are clowning on it. Goblet of Fire.
No one here clowned on it.
Why y'all clowning on it,
Yeah.
huh?
No one here talked any mess.
Y'all are clowning on my favorite. It's so good. It has like the best intros.
I agree, yeah.
I love when Arthur and the twins and Ron come and like pick up Harry. That's
hilarious.
It's so funny.
It's hilarious.
The Dursleys are on a diet, and so Dudley just gets the candy from Fred and he just eats it.
It is so good. It is so funny. I love that. And I like Harry and Ron's fight. I don't know why. I just like it. Like,
it's infuriating. Ron's such a little.
Builds character.
Well, both of them
exactly.
suck.
It builds character.
Both of them suck, by the way.
Oh my!
They just don't talk to each other.
I feel like it like makes you realize like how much you care about their friendship. Like once it's not there, you're like, oh, this is like so sad. But like I like it. Okay, it's good, and it was needed for both of them. I feel like. And it just makes like the reunion of them so much better.
I think they were only not friends to prove to the audience that they were not friends just because of circumstance.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, because up until then, it's like Ron, Hermione, and Harry were friends because like they met, and then like,
Boom.
Specifically Ron and
Harry,
just
because they sat at the same.
because they sat next to each other.
Yeah.
But then Hermione is like. Mm-hmm. She's the smart one.
Yeah.
I get what you mean where, like, it added to the book, but I think it was just for the audience to realize that they weren't just friends because of circumstance.
I don't know.
And yeah, I forgot to mention this about Half-Blood Prince, but please do not go watching that awful movie. And
Literally, the
just
movie is some
saying
garbo.
Half-Blood
What?
Prince is
Literally?
bad.
Like, what?
One Voldemort memory, and then they focus all on relationship, which was like just a minor side plot. The main book was just about what's going on in the actual world. Slughorn memory, Voldemort memory, and
that is garbo. And then the random like burning of the burrow.
burning of the burrow. Why?
The scene?
Why?
Okay. The scene that's good is when Harry has the luck potion. What's it called?
I like that scene.
Felix.
Daniel Radcliffe just did like a fantastic job.
I'm pretty sure it was just
He's
drunk and high.
Yes, that was it.
when
But
filming.
gosh darn, was it funny. It was good.
Yeah. That was good.
Anyways.
I got a really good feeling.
A really good feeling.
Yeah, okay guys, my
British
number
people.
one is Don't Make Fun of Me is Deathly Hallows. I like it because I'm a sucker for endings and finality, and I love when everything comes together, and it just makes me really, really happy. Once again, I saw these movies in theaters, so it just brings back memories of that. And then also, like, it builds off of what was started in Half-Blood Prince. Where it's like Harry got all this like training or whatever from Dumbledore, and then like he had to use that knowledge without Dumbledore.
Yeah.
So like a lot of growth from all three of them. I hate the Ron disappearing subplot. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's stupid. I still don't know how the little flashlight thingy works.
Oh, the
Deluminator. I don't know how it works.
He says his name, and then it goes.
out.
I don't care. I simply don't care. I don't. And I really love the Battle of Hogwarts. It's so good. I love the ending because when Voldemort dies, he dies. He doesn't...
Yeah.
He doesn't go away.
He doesn't
and mist.
Thanos snap.
Thanos snap.
He dies, and it's like, it shows that he was
He's
a full
human.
person. He's human, exactly.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was so good. It's like this person we've been afraid of for years is just... He's
there.
lying on the ground right
Rip.
here. Right
Rest in
here.
peace.
The one thing that can never be matched by the books is the scene of Neville waking up and a flaming body flying over his head. That is something that you can never even describe in books that would make it less funny than the movie. It's just so... It's unbeatable. So good. But yeah,
Oh,
I just
yeah.
love the 7th
And
book.
just everything from when like Harry finds out that he needs to die, he's walking towards it.
Exactly.
He plays dead. He goes to he puts on the invisibility cloak. He casts Protego over people. He actually did Lily sacrifice to make sure nobody died in the final battle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
just
really
good.
like that. So
So good. I love it.
Fred's death.
Rip.
Oh
Rest in
my
peace.
gosh. That in the movie, okay.
I was like, okay.
Credit
It
where
was
credit-
nothing in the
Yeah.
movie.
It
was
was
like,
just like
oh, Fred's
Ron
dead?
crying.
Literally.
And you didn't even know which one it was.
Exactly.
You're like, wait, is this Fred or George?
Yeah.
Like,
Hello?
which redhead just died? I don't really care. Also, no mention of what's his face being turned into a werewolf ever in the movies.
True. Yeah.
Well, they did like a little snide remark in the beginning of Half-Blood, I think it was.
Oh, you mean like Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They never
They-
mentioned it.
They
in the
never
movies.
mentioned that he turned into a werewolf.
Yeah, that was like a big deal.
It was a big plot.
Yeah. Dang.
And they never mentioned how he got together with that
Fleur.
Fleur.
Yeah.
From,
Except for the wedding.
yes, literally. And you're like, wait a
They're
minute.
just wait-
wait,
you're like,
what?
isn't
Why are
she
they
from that
married?
one movie? When did we do this?
Yeah.
Is that one snarky person from Goblet of Fire?
Yeah,
like, hello?
Isn't that the girl who kissed
Why?
Ron on the cheek?
Was she from a different country? How is she
How
married?
is she here?
How? How's
No,
she
it's
here?
like, and they leave out details that they shouldn't have left out, and then they realize, oh, we should have left this out, and they have to make up for it.
Oops.
Make up
We
some.
haven't seen Dobby since second.
Yeah. Okay. What I really love about Goblet is Dobby.
Dobby content.
Dobby!
I love the Dobby content just throughout.
Literally.
Throughout.
He's there. And then in the movies, he's just not. Also, I forgot to say about Goblet. Sirius. I love Sirius in this
Yeah,
book.
serious.
Oh my. Like,
He's really a dad to him.
exactly. It's so sweet.
I
Yeah.
love Sirius.
Sirius is one of my favorite characters.
Live, laugh, love Sirius.
Exactly.
Yeah, because in Goblet, you do not get any serious content in the movies.
You get him being in a fireplace and just
And
saying,
that's it, but,
be
like-
careful, Harry, don't get killed.
Yeah. So then it
That's
just
what he sounds like in the fireplace.
literally. I hate how they did the fireplace in Goblet in the movie. It's silly.
It looks stupid.
It looks so bad.
It's absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
So this is very insightful. What does everyone think of everyone else's rank? Actually, no. What do you guys think of my rankings? Because you guys had the same one.
I don't
feel
even know
like
how we
it's-
had the same one.
It's pretty decent. I mean,
It's-
you got the
it's
bottom
really-
few figured out, but
The
up
rest
until
is
the
just-
mid,
But you need to, reevaluate, honestly.
reevaluate Half-Blood
Guys.
Prince and you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine.
Guys, okay, here's the thing. I do want to reread the books, but I don't think I'm ready for it to...
Audiobooks.
I don't think I'm ready for it to consume my life, because when I read them the first time, that was all I did.
I'm planning on rereading them when we give up TikTok for Lent. That's when I'm going to reread. Because I need something to...
Is
like
Lent in the
last
summer?
year... What? No, Lent is
March 1st.
March 1st, yeah.
May?
Sorry, I forget. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna because last year I had Mario Run, and like, why are you laughing at me, huh? Jeez, I need something to do. Just like
FNAF lore.
FNAF. Okay, I'm going through my FNAF phase right now. Okay, I need to go through Harry Potter soon.
Yeah, I don't know what will happen when we finally give up TikTok. But I imagine, you know what, I might do the same thing, where I might reread the books. But
Something to fill the time.
something to...
Can I just say that the first time I read Half-Blood Prince, I read it in 3 days.
I remember you texting me. You were like,
Done.
I finished it. I was like, what?
And I really don't like reading because like all the positions you're in is just so uncomfortable.
Oh my
True,
goodness, and you try to
literally.
lay on your side.
So
and
this
then-
is
then
why I
it's
like
like-
the audiobooks.
Yeah.
Because I can just do other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My goodness, love it, absolutely love it. Well,
Wow.
I was thinking Billiot, but Beethan came out of my mouth. Billiot, thank you so
Big
much
fan.
for joining us on the podcast
Thank
today. You're a
you.
fan favorite, so that's why we invited you back on.
What one episode fan favorite?
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, we get compliments all the time. When Bim and I get stopped on the street, it's always like, "How's Billiot?"
We need Belly back.
We need Billiot back.
All of our comments, every single one,
Every
is
single one.
about Billiot and how he needs to come back on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's true.
So thank you.
So now you're back.
is true.
How does it feel?
I mean, you know,
Whatever.
it's pretty nice.
Whatever.
Whatevs.
Billiot, now that you've not that you're done with Harry Potter, but now that you're done with Harry Potter, I would like to suggest to you another set of novels by teens for teens. And I think you should read The Hunger Games.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm good.
Why?
Before Harry Potter, I was like, I'm just gonna take this on a road trip, read Philosopher's Stone, and then that kind of took off. But I've never been an enjoyer of reading.
Neither have I. But when I read Harry Potter, I was like, why don't I just keep going with all, like, the stereotypical, like, series? So I did Harry Potter. I did Hunger Games, which Hunger Games books are really, really good. Mm-hmm. Don't knock it till you try it, okay? They're really, really good.
They are good, yeah. I need to reread them.
They're very good. I did Divergent, believe it or not.
Oh, jeez.
My gosh.
Could never be me.
You
Wasn't the movies bad, but the books were really good.
Were absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible.
I've watched a video essay on it, and he was flaming it. So
well, the first book it's okay. It's okay for what it is. The second one is more garbo, and the third one is unreadable. Simply unreadable. Like, you can't. Anyway, Billiot, please,
Percy Jackson. Sorry.
Percy Jackson.
Read Percy Jackson. That's what you need.
I've never been able to get into Percy Jackson.
Okay. I got way into Percy Jackson, like 8th grade.
Yeah, you seem like the type.
What is that supposed to mean?
Is that like an insult?
No, she seems like the type. It's not an insult, it's just an observation.
Oh, because her name is Emily. That's why.
It's because my name's Emily.
Obviously.
Obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Billy, once again, thank you so much for being on here. You're free to go.
Okay. Thank you.
Wow, it's so great to have just a break in between all these guests. Bim, how are we
I
feeling?
know. Yeah, I'm feeling good. It's been good.
Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. No more guests. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a good break, isn't it?
It's a very,
really
very
good break. Yeah.
Huma, I'm so glad that you decided to talk again. I feel like it's been so long that we haven't heard your voice on the podcast. It's really weird. I guess it's just like editing errors.
I know, right? It's just like it's been like half a year, but it was,
It's whatever. It's
cool. It's
You know what?
I guess guys when we like on the break, I guess.
I guess that just makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess now that the editing mistake is out of here, would you like to tell us, like, brief synopsis, like, what have you been up to, like, since the audience hasn't heard your voice?
Right. Well, I'm back in Chicago now. Been working for Nutcracker. We had almost 30 shows of Nutcracker, which
30 full shows?
Yes. A few shows canceled, so it was like total like 25 or so. But yeah, that was insane. My whole total December month was just Nutcracker, and November was like rehearsal for Nutcracker. So yeah, that was insane months.
That is insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I first of all want to let you in on a little secret. I deleted Instagram like 4 months ago, so I have no idea what's happening ever. But the sometimes when I go on, I'll like on Safari, I'll like refresh my page and I'll view people's stories. And I think, if I'm not wrong, you were Nutcracker Prince.
I did, yes.
How was that? When I saw that photo, I was like, good for him. He did it.
Yeah, that was quite big when they, first announced it. I was like, all right, yes, I'm doing it.
Was it a surprise?
It was. Like, I had little like fitting for my boots, and for our Nutcracker we have like one character so in Joffrey's Nutcracker we have a cowboy on the third act of Nutcracker, which is our second act of Nutcracker.
A cowboy?
I'm cowboy.
Sorry. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I've done Nutcracker, but I don't remember there being a cowboy in it.
It's on the Russian dance music.
Okay.
And the boots. So first thing that came up in my mind was, okay, I guess I'm gonna do that part. Just all right, cool. Then a few weeks later, it's like, oh yeah, you're doing Nutcracker. I was like, gee. I was like, whoa.
How did we get here?
Wow, that is absolutely insane. So you just said you were back in Chicago. Where were you before?
Washington D.C.
Exciting. Very
Fun.
exciting.
Actually, for Christmas, I went back to San Francisco. Yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's very nice.
goodness.
My old friends, my scary Russian teacher.
Always a pleasure to see them
Right.
again.
Right.
That is so
Yeah.
exciting. So I remember when you were here. Sorry, I remember when you were in Maryland, but you've always been on the podcast. Let's get
Always.
this out of here.
Oh wait,
been on the
yeah.
podcast.
What are you talking?
But when you were physically here in Maryland, I remember you saying you lived in a small one-bedroom apartment, like not one-bedroom, studio apartment in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard through the grapevine.
You know those grapes.
Thank you.
You know those grapes.
I've heard through the grapevine that you have now upgraded to a larger apartment.
Yes, I have activated, and I have very large kitchen. You know, I love my apartment now, so it's
That
been
is so
great.
exciting.
Yeah.
Do you miss the small one?
No. Not a-
Okay, sorry I asked. He's like, Charlotte, why would you suggest that? I don't know. It seemed fun. I mean, I get like.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you. Well, someone like brought it up to me. They're like, "What an era!" And like an era is like a time in your life where everything is just like kind of has the same vibe. So like you have just surpassed your studio apartment era, and you are now in your larger apartment era. How does it feel?
Right. Great. I can invite people, to my apartment.
That's
and
so
they have
exciting.
little parties, so it's great.
So I guess the next step is getting a dog.
You're right. I was actually considering getting a dog like a few months ago, Yan.
So you haven't yet.
No.
Why? Why?
So it was right before Nutcracker,
Okay.
before those casting was announced. And I was like, maybe I might get a dog, like I might have time, but
And
when
then
they
you were,
announced,
yeah. Then you were announced Nutcracker Prince.
I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah, no, because I think, like, if anyone deserves a dog, I think it's Huma. Because the bond that Huma and Thea created in just his, like, 10 days here is just unmatched. It's simply unmatched. And, of course, like, Thea can make a bond with anyone, because Thea's just... How do I say this nicely? Thea is insane. So, she can just, pick someone and just really latch on to them. But when I say I've never seen two people, like, just go like this more than Human Thea, I think this man needs a dog.
oh,
BFFs.
yeah.
He misses her every day. Yeah, so you talked about your December and your November.
Right.
But something I really want to touch on is the idea of an intense October, where essentially there's like one event in the beginning of October that like isn't very significant, isn't that life-changing, but it's just something that changes it and changes your mindset going into the winter. For example, Bim, would you like to describe yours?
Yeah, the start of my intense October was breaking my sunglasses, my Nick Cage sunglasses, and that was devastating to me. I know. It was terrible. I just recently fixed them, but at the time it was hard. It was really tough on me.
Don't push her on this because she might cry, but... No, Huma has very fond memories of those sunglasses. I have too many Snapchat memories of this man being like, Nick Cage at a party? Nick Cage, like, it's just too funny. My significant life moment was when I hit a deer with my car. That was a big one. Gasp, he just let out. Huma, if you feel up to it, would you like to share with us your insignificant moment in your life that made it an intense October? And if you don't have one, you're lying, because everyone has one, even if they don't know it yet.
You're right.
Thank you. I know, right?
On October. Oof. Oof.
Intense October.
Intense October. It was very intense, actually.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
This kid's with it. He knows with it.
Well, I guess on October and
This wasn't. I wasn't. Wait, what? No, I will cut that out. No, you can pick a different one.
I was like, yeah, right.
I didn't. Guys, I didn't know. Guys, I promise. Oh my god. No, pick a different one. Pick a different one. That's too significant. The idea of an intense October moment is that it's something stupid. It's something that like doesn't even matter. Like, but it does. Like, it just changes your mindset a little bit and you're like, So, because when I hit the deer with my car, I was like, you know what? This is the start of a big storm to come. And I was right. So after I hit the deer, I was kind of like on my guard. I was prepared for the winter. And now I'm in it and I'm like, thank God for that deer or else I wouldn't have changed my ways, you know?
Okay. Hey.
God damn it. Why did I bring up Intense October? Then you're supposed to stop these things from happening. You're supposed to say, you know what, Charlotte? Not everyone has an Intense October moment. This is just a very, very specific thing that only you and I experience. Charlotte, why would you bring this up?
Very intense, for sure, so...
Oh my god, now I just feel bad. What the f...
No, don't. Actually, I had performance on October too. And, so there's one part, so I was dancing shirtless with a jeans on the socks, and I had a huge wing. Just like
Yes, you showed me this video.
Model kind of looking.
Yes. Terrifying almost.
Yeah, we had that, and 5 of us, we run forward, and we had to like jump together. We come out, somehow I was counting wrong counts, just by myself. I went. Other people jumped like 1 count later. So it was like boom, boom.
Popcorn.
Popcorn, definitely. It was not a great moment. Then I was like, okay, I gotta, really concentrate on, upcoming performances, rehearsals. Then Nutcracker happened. Everything went well. Nothing crazy happened that I remember of. So yeah, that
was your Intense October moment.
Oh yeah,
if that happened to me, and I guess this just shows our different levels in like, I don't know, maturity and professionalism, I would have busted out laughing. If I was the person who jumped at the wrong time, you best believe I cannot keep that in and I would just start laughing. I imagine it was probably very stressful for you, but like I would just bust out laughing. Like the one time in Swan Lake where the music got messed up, you best believe I was trying not to laugh.
Oh my god, you were
so close. And then also, guys, to reiterate, Huma had an ant crawling on his face at one point in the show, and I almost lost it, okay? And I kept it in, and it was just absolutely hilarious. So that's great.
And I was there too, and just started laughing.
When you saw me?
Yeah. That's the thing with Bim. Like, she doesn't have to say anything. She doesn't have to do anything. We just lock eyes, and I just start
looking at
busting out laughing for no reason. I don't get it. She ain't even that funny. Anyway, so thank you so much for sharing your Intense October moment. God damn. What have I done? Bim, this is an interview of a lifetime, and I ruined it. Whatever, I don't care. So basically, I kind of want to touch on what's next for you. So you just finished Nutcracker season. I imagine you just had your break. Coming back, what's next?
Next, we were supposed to have a donkey, and I was supposed to do Basilio, which is the main guy too, which was,
Oh my god!
Ocean.
Everyone listening to the podcast has to shut up and clap. Okay, they're clapping. Okay, we're done, guys.
Everyone.
Okay.
Good now? Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that's amazing. So, is that canceled or?
It got postponed, or we just had to reschedule it because of COVID reason, and it's gonna be on June now. So I have you to rehearse, which is great.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so for me.
That is so exciting! Oh my goodness! Congratulations! My
Thank
gosh.
Mm-hmm.
This is big.
Yeah.
This is really big. So then if your next show is June, are you doing anything between, like any shows in between then?
Yeah, we're supposed to go on tour on March to San Francisco.
Exciting.
Then we have a 2-week off afterwards, so I'm just gonna stay there, a bit of vacation there, and we have another show after that on May, the Serenade and Mice and Men, which is the new work that Joffrey's doing. Yeah.
That's so exciting. Wow, so you just got like jam-packed schedule coming up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow, that's exciting. Does this stress you out at all?
Actually, it used to on my first year and second year, but now I'm on the third year. I'm pretty.
Yeah,
you're a pro.
First two, that's behind us. Now we're on our third year. We're with it. We're good.
Like step by step.
We're fantastic.
Oh.
Wow, this is so exciting. I can't remember when we started. Okay, we still have a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, so Bim and I started this segment with the intention of, okay, we can make it 20 minutes, but if Huma wants to do whatever he wants, like, we will sit here for an hour 40. He just wants to keep talking. But we'll let you go soon. I'm just trying to think of another question to ask that could be life-changing.
Actually, by the way, congratulations on your 100th
100th episode.
Oh, yeah. 100th
Thank you. Thank you. It took a lot to get here. After one breakup, almost another breakup, and then like 2 collab episodes with Boy Oh Boy, 2 show with the capital W's.
Yeah.
We're here now.
We made it.
We made it somehow.
We made it.
All three of us. We all made it. Yeah.
We made it.
Huma, just how did you like recording the show with the capital W episode 2 weeks ago? Was that fun for you?
Fantastic.
I'm so glad to hear it. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for telling us about your time recently. I can't believe like we've missed you these past 6 months. You've been here the whole time. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, just time is a totally different thing in the world, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't get it. Definitely an editing mistake. I'm gonna have to talk to Mr. Producer there.
Yes.
And whoever edits, whoever edits the podcast, I don't understand what they're missing.
What's going on?
Why would they do that? All right. Well, thank you for sharing with us. I guess like next time you're willing to open your mouth, then I mean that's when we'll hear from you next.
All right. I guess I'm not supposed to open my mouth till then.
Yeah. So like now that means the timer starts, and then you have another 6 months, and then you can talk again. I think that's how Mr. Producer wants it to work. So now like no talking. You're done. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Welcome back to yet another segment, another mini episode of BM&W. Right now, we are here with some of the fan favorite guests, all right? We are here with JC.
Some might call them the fans.
Yes, some might. We are here with JC and Grayson. Guys, say hi.
Hey guys.
Hi.
I want to point out that I only...
the job, JC.
I want to point out that I only see Grayson as 2 dots.
Oh, that's cool.
It's probably for the better.
It's for the best.
He shaved his
I
face today,
shaved
guys.
recently.
Yeah.
It's not a good look.
I heard he sent me a Snapchat.
Oh,
I did.
Yeah.
Wow.
so you know it's for the
passion
best.
project.
Uh-huh.
I know it's for the best.
Yeah, so this is so
guys,
exciting. Thank you so much for having us on
ouch.
episode 100. I've been such a fan.
Oh my
I've
goodness.
listened to every episode. You know, this is huge.
Wow, so great of you to start listening to the BM&W episodes after Grayson has listened to every episode.
I had to play
Isn't that
catch
right?
up.
Kind of
Yeah.
behind the times.
Copycat, honestly.
I'm sorry.
It's remarkable.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, how does it feel to be a part of such a momentous, opportunity?
Huge.
How does it feel to be here? Huge.
Huge. Guys, because for
Huge.
episode 100 of the Boy Oh Boy podcast, which you can find over at boyohboy.org, that's boyohboi.org, our episode 100 was just a regular episode of Boy Oh Boy. It's titled Bottled Piss because the episode is famous for Grayson pissing in a bottle.
Live on the episode?
Live on the episode.
And
Did
why
I do
don't
that?
I have access to this?
I mean,
Only I have access. I need to go
Exactly.
back and listen.
I don't even remember doing that. That's kind of news to me.
it was in
Okay.
your dorm. I think your roommate might have been there. It was really cool.
Oh, that's so
That's
exciting.
Well, ain't that
so
something?
fun.
Yeah.
Go
So which one of us
Good
is
on
gonna
me.
pee in a bottle? Better be none of us, because it's Don't Pee January.
But
Not
Ben,
Guys, we're doing nose goes.
JC.
It's Grayson.
no,
Oh, Jason.
No,
it's
No,
it's
it was
Grayson.
JC.
Chargal
No,
sauce.
I
It's not.
can't.
It was definitely
Jason.
JC.
Chargal
JC.
sauce.
I'm not doing
No,
it again.
I
I've
can't-
already done this on a podcast once. I
was
can't do this
JC.
again.
No,
Hey, guys.
I can't see Grayson, so that means he's always last.
Oh,
That's not how
sure.
it works.
Also, I
It's
think
means I'm
exactly
always
it should
first.
probably be one of the hosts of the podcast that pisses. You know, like
No, it
was
definitely
really
should be you,
special.
JC.
Well,
No, but here's the thing: it's no P January.
oh,
It's Don't Pee January. I'm
Sorry,
very
don't
committed
P
to this.
January.
This
I'm
is a great
very
loophole.
committed to this.
Exactly. So, since you guys have the insight of listening to every single episode of
Hell
BM&W,
yeah.
I would like to ask you, how has the show changed over the course of it? Bim and I like to describe it as eras. Would you like to define the eras of BM&W?
Why couldn't you have told me this a day ago or a week, just any amount of time ago?
This is something that requires.
No,
prep.
it's better off the top of your head.
I would have spent so many hours prepping an answer for this question.
As far
And
as
now-
I'm concerned, there's only two eras of BM&W. There's the pre-Boy Oh Boy era and the post-Boy Oh Boy era, and I like to think that we made your show much better. So you're welcome.
Guys, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't
I think
think
it was
so.
worse. No, because
well,
our
is it-
prime was before.
Hmm?
Sorry, JC, go ahead.
Is it coincidence that the golden era, quote unquote, of BM&W came right after we showed up?
No,
I
the
feel like it
golden
started
era-
before it.
Exactly. No, because
Yeah.
teams was before.
Mm-hmm.
Teams was before Boy Oh Boy.
But Teams was an outlier, sort of. There were a lot of episodes before and
No.
after that weren't quite gold era material.
Hold on. I think I do have a list. We
Okay.
went over this in the Jenny Bichelle portion.
Excited.
we pulled
They
this
were on
up.
together?
Pulled this
The
up.
moms were on together again? Mommy and Me Part 2?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I
Sorry
can't
for
wait to listen.
spoilers.
No spoilers,
Oh.
Charlotte.
Did you guys get the besties back on?
No.
No.
Oh.
We have not spoken to the besties since since then. So that was cool.
Since April, yeah.
But as
Yeah, okay, guys.
soon as you transition out of this segment, it'll be into your segment with the besties, right?
Of course, of
Okay.
course.
Obviously.
Perfect.
So the BM&W timeline currently we have so far:
Mm-hmm.
the bad, the okay, the golden age, the Boy Oh Boy, the mukbang era, the nothing podcast, nails, the bad part 2.
That's what we're in right now.
Yeah, it
Because
feels
of
that
me,
way.
obviously.
Oh.
JC, you know what we could do?
Huh.
Is you know what? You could. Never mind. I'll talk to. This is a ASS. This is an ass.
Ass?
This is an after stream story.
Oh, of course, an ass.
So once we're done
That-
with this, then I'll ask you to do something.
Should I write down ass on my whiteboard just so we don't forget?
Yeah, can
Okay,
you actually
yeah.
show me your whiteboard because I didn't know this was a thing.
Oh, yeah. Let me just write it.
Oh, he's taking it down.
No,
Oh,
I'm
guys,
not. I
guys.
just
Oh,
knocked
he's
it.
knocking over his mic
Guys,
and he's reaching.
it's over my desk.
Oh, and he
it's in a
can't take
very
it down. Okay, I
inconvenient
actually
location.
don't care that much.
You
I
care a
don't care
lot,
that
though,
much.
is the thing. So
I
let me just show you
don't. I
so
don't.
quickly.
The thing.
Because
It's
our
the
viewers,
thing.
our listeners will definitely be able to see this whiteboard. I know
Of
it's
course,
very
and they
important
care a
to all
lot,
of our listeners.
actually.
They
They
care
really
so
do.
much, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
See it?
Oh, I see it. I see it. Yeah, that's so cool.
Wow.
I actually don't care. Coming back
What?
on track. I would like to share. I don't know where I was going with that sentence. Coming back on track, I would like to talk about what you guys like. How has your perception of us changed, or how has our relationship changed after Pot a Day?
Oh, okay.
Like from pot a day to now.
No, not like from before pot a day to pot a day, because I could also answer that question. Oh.
Actually do both.
Okay, yeah. Because from originally, I would listen to BM&W, and I would be like, God, these are the same. Like, I don't know the difference between BM and W. It's just the same voice, you know. It just that talks to itself.
It's just the same voice back and forth, like
it's
a bouncy ball.
Really hard to tell what's going on. And then on pot a day, I saw two faces, and I was like, oh my God, this makes sense now. So I realized you were two different people. That was good. That was helpful. And since pot a day, that's so long ago.
Yeah.
That's like almost a year ago.
Exactly.
I feel like there's been a lot of changes, you know? Because, I mean, Bim herself, she's changed like 5 times since then, you know?
Honestly, she has had so many life-changing experiences.
She has.
Jeez.
What was it? Her beach vacation changed her. College Park changed her.
Beach changed her.
Yeah.
College Park. COVID changed her.
New York. So many changes.
Yes.
So many. Chargle, you've been the same,
Sorry,
you know?
Many.
You
All reliable.
been killing it.
Thanks, guys.
You're so welcome.
Thanks, guys. I'm pulling the heavy weight.
Grayson, what changes have you tracked
Grayson,
in
please.
BM&W?
I feel like you fielded the question pretty well, and I covered
don't.
the era question, so I don't know if we necessarily need to double down.
Okay.
But I'd like to think that it was all downhill. I've been mostly offended by the sheer number of times we've been threatened to be sued. It's quite frequent.
All valid.
We stand by
honestly.
those,
The
actually.
validity is still in question. We'll have to see what the
Still-
Honorable McReal thinks in that regard, but it's been a lot.
The honorable.
He's so
McReal.
honorable.
Honorable
He is
McReal.
the most.
Very honorable.
Guys, we recorded the McReal segment last night. 2 fist bumps I got.
Yo!
Wow.
I think I'm back on track because we all know how much Bethan hates me.
A lot.
So I think the trip to McDonald's really, you guys talked me up enough.
Did the McReal segment have a waterfall, though?
No.
No waterfall.
He's gonna feel like he missed out. You might need to run it back with a waterfall.
You may.
Or like
think we
maybe
need
add
to
some
add
waterfall
Add it in
back
the
in
background.
post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. This is so exciting. Thank you so much for your insight. I would also like to talk about how has your perception of us changed from your first impression of us?
First impression.
I got it spot on, so it hasn't changed at all.
Oh.
I knew
And
right
what-
from the
what was
outset
it?
exactly what you're
What,
like.
yeah, what was it?
What was that?
No, it's just exactly what you are.
You knew.
Which
Yeah.
is what?
We know.
Oh, you know.
Okay.
I think to go into a bit more detail, because we know, Grayson, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, we know.
Is that at first when I listened to the podcast, I remember coming back to Grayson and being like, Grayson, I found a podcast. It's just female versions of us, right? And we've talked about this many times over. But I think over the past year, we've realized that, yes, you are just a carbon copy of us. But I think it's like there are elements from each of you that more clearly define each of us, right? Like I'm not just Bim, and you're not just Grayson, right?
Of course.
Of course, we're mixtures
course.
of the two of you, and vice versa.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Have we surprised you at all in these certain mixtures?
Huh?
Like, okay, has our personality, or as we've revealed who we are to you guys, have we surprised you at all?
Just to reiterate, I knew everything about you from the moment I met you. My first
Grayson
impression was
doesn't
spot
count.
on.
Grayson doesn't count. I
But-
mostly care about JC's opinion.
Oh, okay.
But-
I understand that. Like just anything that surprised me about the two of you.
Anything.
That Bim didn't hate us when we met her in person. That was huge. That was massive.
Big.
Huge.
That Chargle
Huge.
didn't hate us when we met her in person. That was massive.
Huge.
Huge. That's absolutely. I'm glad we're doing this in 2021. Or no, it's 2022. Even later. Wow.
22?
That's
Whoa.
awesome. But there's nothing that stands out like wow. This is surprising. It's you're Bim and W. I've listened to
I would
like
like to flip
100
the
hours of you
tables.
talking.
I would like to flip the tables. Bim, is there anything that surprised you about the boys?
Man. Grayson is a lot more quiet in person.
This is really
Way much
exciting.
more quiet in person. So much more calmer, you know?
I simply disagree.
Well, it's a joke. You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't. You don't listen to
wouldn't.
Boy Oh Boy, Chargle.
Yeah.
I simply don't. I don't.
Wow.
Is
I'm just joshing. I don't know. Things
I
that
have one.
surprise me.
I have one.
Oh, JC.
Oh,
I'll
JC,
wait.
go
I'll wait
ahead.
my turn,
What?
guys. It's okay.
No, you raised your hand. Come on.
Okay.
speak.
Thank you.
You
thank
raised
you.
your hand.
We talked about this because it's Friday. So Grayson and I just recorded episode 217 of the Boy Oh Boy podcast, which you can find over on boyoboy.net.
Stop.
That's spelled
Stop.
and
It's
And-
spelled BOYOHBOI.net.
Stop.
.net
Stop.
.net.
Stop. This is
And-
not. Stop. This is not an advertisement.
So that goes up before this podcast even comes out, episode 217. And I just wanted to say that on it, we address a little bit about the Chargle episode of Boy Oh Boy Oh Boy, right? Where we interviewed you in New York. And I was so taken aback by how annoyed and aggressive Grayson was with you, Chargle, for like the first half hour.
Literally.
Why?
I don't even
Literally.
remember it.
And for what? No,
I don't
like
even
I was
remember.
revealing things for the first time to like a full audience, my mom even, and he was all like, "Well, maybe you just are bad."
Have you considered?
What? No, I kind of feel cheated, you know?
Yeah, because
I
Grayson.
don't even have a defense. I don't even remember what happened.
I remember Grayson coming to me afterwards, like it was on the car ride back, and he was a little offended. He was like, "It didn't help when Chargle 5 minutes into the podcast said you'd rather have JC hosting it." But then I listened, and I was like, "Yeah, I would have
mean.
also rather had me host it." Like,
Wow, thank you, JC, for taking my side.
you're welcome,
Thank
Chargle.
you.
Kind of aggressive. JC's always
Thank you.
taking BM&W's
I
side.
am.
It's the better
Just all
side to be
along.
on.
It is.
Honestly.
Is the better side. Well, something I would like to circle back. Something that surprised me about them is that they are much nicer
What?
in person.
Yeah.
Steven syndrome is what we call that.
Steven syndrome. That's perfect. No, it's like whenever we're talking on Discord, it's like we're always in like the kind of mindset of keeping the bit alive.
Mm-hmm.
The mindset of lore, okay?
Lore.
But in person, it's just fun. We're just buddies. We're just besties. But when we're on
Bestie.
Discord, it's like a different vibe.
Uh-huh.
And both of them are great. It's just they're different.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grayson,
No,
comment?
I knew something was up when you guys held the door open for me and my mom, and I was like,
Well, that's just because we wanted to make good impression on Jenny.
nope,
Yeah. Oh.
no. I choose to believe it's for both of us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a little sad still that again, this isn't the time or place, but the fact that Jenny, because this hasn't been addressed on your podcast, but the fact that Jenny kissed Grayson and not me still just makes me so sad. And it's something I'll never get
I'm
over.
so
But it's fine. Because she said, "Oh, I'll give you a kiss on the cheek in person when you're in Boolin for New York trip." Guess what Jenny did not do?
She didn't give you a kiss in person. I'm so sorry.
That's devastating.
I'm
Y'all
so
did.
sorry.
Y'all made a good impression on my mom. She said that it gave her hope for college boys. That they are nice and not mean.
Neither of us are in
Oh,
college.
this is perfect.
Well, y'all used to be in college.
Oh, no.
Like college age boys. That's what she
Where
said.
does Hans live? Like in Arizona?
Huh?
Where does Hans live in Arizona?
That's a complicated question. I'll go with Chandler.
How close
Tempe.
to Tucson? Because he wants to come visit me, and I want to know how far out of the way he's going.
That's pretty close.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like Boy Oh Boy to Dallas close?
That's not
Closer.
close.
It's not close.
That's not
close.
close.
It's not close.
It's a lot closer.
Okay, perfect.
Like
This
the
makes me
Boy Oh Boy
feel a
to
lot better.
Dallas, that was like the size of Arizona. You know,
Turgle.
like Texas, it's a big
Yes.
state.
Texas is huge.
Austin to yeah.
I have no perception of how big anything is actually. So
You can
that's
drive
cool.
like 10 hours and you're still in Texas.
And to clarify, it was also
Yeah.
longer because Grayson forgot his microphone at first.
At least I
perfect.
didn't forget my microphone between multiple states.
It worked out
Oh,
just
he got
fine.
you there.
It worked
True.
out
It did.
Along
It
with
really
all
did.
of the recording equipment.
Grayson, I have a question.
I would love to answer that question.
I already tweeted this.
Oh.
So spoiler alerts.
Oh no.
But why is everything in
It's
Arizona orange?
That's
like
a
the
good
Breaking
question.
Bad view.
There is a very high content of iron in the dirt, which rusts when it oxidizes, and because of that, everything turns a little orange and red.
No. I'm talking every building I see is orange.
Oh yeah, for some reason architects got obsessed with stuccos for whatever reason, and so I guess stucco just comes in like 3 colors, all of them variants of tan.
I get it. I get it. Bim, guess what I started watching on the plane?
What?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad? No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I'm on episode 5.
Whoa. Oh, so you're almost done with season 1.
How many episodes is season 1?
Season 1 only has like 6 or 7 episodes. It's not very long. But like the other seasons are longer. I promise.
How many seasons are there?
5.
Okay.
It's
I
good.
can do that. Yes,
It's
JC?
good.
Don't you still have seasons of Big Brother that you haven't watched yet?
Yes.
So
Yes,
why
I
are you
do.
watching another television series?
I need to watch Big Brother because I just got into BB&W. I need to rewatch.
You got on?
A bunch. Yeah. I
Ben,
got
how'd
on.
you not let me know? That's messed
I
up.
forgot. I forgot.
I forgot. This is massive, Bim. You should have tweeted this. Tweet it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the thing in my family is it's the Galarson 85% rule, where basically we do things, but we only do them 85%. So the thing is, we'll unload all the dishwasher, clean all the dishes, and then put them in the dishwasher, and then we will forget to run it.
Of course.
Or like we'll sweep the entire kitchen, and then we'll forget to vacuum up the little patch of dirt. Just we do everything except for the final task. So it's like I've watched so many infamous seasons of Big Brother. Not infamous. Some of the best seasons of Big Brother. But I haven't watched the less famous seasons. You know? I haven't rounded it out.
I understand. That's not a good.
You haven't seen some of the whatever.
7, I saw 10, I saw 12. I saw Big Brother season 22.
You didn't even watch 6
Guys,
yet?
Exactly.
I haven't
6 is the best
Season
season.
3? Season 3? My favorite season? Hello?
Wait, did you not watch
Guys, I'm
2?
sorry.
You watched 2, right?
I watched the front half of 2. I didn't finish season 2 because that was before we had Paramount Plus, and I was watching it on YouTube, and I couldn't stand to look at Dr. Will Kirby in non-high definition. I couldn't. I
Literally
simply couldn't
8
do that
pixels.
to him. Literally, it was like a square of Dr. Will Kirby.
Videobrother.net, Chargle. It is so lovely, and you should use it, and it's great.
That's
But now
so
you have Paramount Plus, so you don't even have to. You have full def Dr. Will.
Exactly.
You need to
No.
watch.
JC,
Yeah.
I want to let you know I'm on season 5 of Pretty Little Liars now.
Wow! Congratulations, Chargle. That's huge.
It's consumed my entire life.
I've heard. I haven't wanted to bother you very much because I know you're so busy watching Pretty Little Liars.
With all the Pretty Little Liars.
Uh-huh.
No, and it sucks because I had a lot of school to do this week, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna be watching Pretty Little Liars.
Of course.
And it came back to bite me in the butt.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's hard because I watched the first half of the first season when I was in Dallas doing my auditions.
Oh.
And I was scared that my life would turn into, okay, let's get this done so I can watch the next episode of Pretty Little Liars, you know? That's what I was scared would happen. So I restrained myself and didn't let me finish a lot of it. But then when I was in quarantine, I was like, you know what? Nothing's stopping me. So I just went all the way through. And it
That's
was
so
fantastic.
exciting. How far are you
It
from
was
being
absolutely
done? Being over with all of it?
3 seasons.
Oh, so still a good ways away.
3 seasons.
Like we need another
No.
quarantine is the thing.
We need another quarantine.
Okay.
No, and guys, I'm not going to keep talking about Pretty Little Liars, but I will say this one thing. Once again, this is the most dense show I have ever witnessed. 25 episodes per season. Each episode 45 minutes.
It's exciting.
It's difficult.
That's
it's
crazy.
difficult. Anyway, guys, moving back to the 100th episode kind of task that we're trying to complete here. JC, what are you saying?
I just realized you asked me about how I've tracked the growth and change in BM&W over the year.
Oh my goodness.
Chargle, there was some big news, a big revelation on the last week's episode of BM&W, where
What was that?
our dear sweet friend Chargle developed empathy, which is so huge. That is incredible.
It's amazing. I know, it's a milestone that we all need to pass, and I'm just
Yeah.
glad it happened to me.
Like the realization that these other people that you see like just going about life, they also are people. They have lives. That's
Yeah.
who'da thunk.
Yeah, well, I had this epiphany a while ago, but it
Uh-huh.
took me a while to develop the idea.
Okay.
And I finally felt comfortable to share it on this week's podcast.
That's exciting.
No, and the funny part about that podcast is my dad and I were talking about it last night at dinner, and he's like, I had that same realization when he was in like a freshman year of high school, and it would like he would just be in the car and he'd see a person driving in another car and he'd be like, I will probably never see that person again, and they have lived a full life that I know nothing about, and I don't even know them. And I'm like, that's it, man. That's it. It's almost like you discovered empathy like a while ago.
Well, because
So, yeah,
Brad is
that's really
big
cool.
grown man, so
He
this
is,
makes
he is.
sense. That's awesome.
When do you think you guys discovered empathy?
It wasn't really like a discovery thing. It was like brain developed at 7.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm capable of this basic human
Like
function.
mirror neurons are a thing, Chargle, and like yeah,
You,
they
the girls who get it, get
I
it.
feel
The
like
girls
I've
who
always-
don't.
I've always had empathy.
The
straight
girls who
from
get
the
it, get
womb.
it. The girls who don't. You guys just don't get it.
I'd say like beginning
I
of.
feel like you're the one who doesn't get it.
That's
No.
true. Around.
No, I think it's less of an empathy thing and more of an existential crisis thing.
Oh.
And it's where it's like, as you grow up, you're like, oh, so this is the deal with everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd say around
Mm-hmm.
freshman year, like similar to your father's story, is probably like where it kicked in for me, like big, where I was like, oh, I should stop being a dick, you know, just because like, why be mean, right? So I
Yeah.
think that's around
Yeah.
it. But no, before that
Yeah.
point, I still understood that people are real. Which.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, okay, guys, I think you're taking this out of proportion.
Oh.
Obviously, I knew, like, you know, other people's feelings exist, but it's like it's a difference between like having empathy and like fully realizing like the gravity of the situation, that there are 7 billion people on Earth and each one has their own separate consciousness. Yes, JC.
To add on to that, there were so many more billion that came
Is this
before
a Socratic seminar?
Exactly. Period. Okay, I don't want to do this podcast part 2. I
Oh,
don't
okay,
care
okay.
anymore. I simply don't care.
Episode 100.
Yeah,
Who's
episode 100.
pissing in a bottle? This is what we got to get to.
Guys, 3, 2, 1. Who was it? It was Grayson.
It definitely was
Anyway,
Grayson that
Last
time.
again.
It was
no,
Grayson.
you can't just keep
Guys.
saying that, JC, when it's not true.
Okay, I
It
don't
was
care.
Grayson.
Guys, let me finish. Let me wrap this up in a neat little bow.
What?
Where would you like to see this podcast go in the next 100 episodes?
To the moon.
Okay.
Maybe you
It's like
guys
that
get
episode-
to guest host SNL, like together as a podcast. You know?
my
There you
God.
go.
Our monologue is just
Together?
Our monologue is us explaining teams. That's our monologue.
Awesome.
And then
wow.
the final sketch of the night is not a sketch. It's just teams.
Why couldn't
No,
the entire
actually,
hour
I
be
lied.
teams? Like just
Exactly.
Okay.
Hour and a half, first of all.
Like you run out of
Um,
cast members and you start just doing audience members as well. That'd be fun.
Yeah, you're like, you in the blue shirt, come on down. Come on down.
Uh-huh.
No, don't be shy. Security, no, step aside, security. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
come on down. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
BM&W SNL, but on the moon.
It's like that
It'll be
episode
the-
of
the
iCarly
moon.
where they do the first web show in
The
space.
moon.
Whoa. Just like it.
It's
like
exactly like it.
That's
It's
crazy.
exactly
So
like
that
it.
those are
But
our
they-
hopes. Yeah.
Do you think of yourself as iCarly, Chargle?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
What
Because
about
that would mean one of us has a cute little blue remote, and last time I checked, neither of us have a cute little blue remote.
is
I mean,
Beef
Bim
in your
has a lot of
Freddy?
fidget toys, though.
I
you-
have so many fidget toys.
What'd you say,
And, like, some of them
JC?
have buttons.
I asked if Beethan is your guy's Freddy.
Freddy Fazbear?
Yeah, that's the one, Bim.
JC, I heard Bim
Freddy
keeps sending you FNAF TikToks.
Yeah, and I love all of them.
Jeez.
I feel like you don't like all of them.
I like all of them. I they're good.
Yeah. Bim, did you get the TikTok I just sent you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Did you read the comments?
No.
All of them
I
are
didn't have
agreeing.
enough time.
Guys, I saw a TikTok where it's like the worst astrological like relationships, and it was like 2 random ones, and then one of them was Capricorn and Libra. And all of the comments were agreeing that Capricorn and Libra is like the worst.
Libra and Capricorn always start so well and end so badly.
Oh.
So guys, what do we
Is
think?
Libra and Capricorn really too accurate?
Well, yeah, do you guys think you're ever going to catch up to Boy Oh Boy as far as episodes go? Because you're not even halfway there yet. Like,
Well, no,
got a
because the thing is,
while.
all we have to do is get to episode 200, and then we're golden because you guys ended.
I mean,
You guys ended.
no, we just started a new season. We're season 8 now.
No. No, you guys. First of all,
Duh.
season 7.
No, we're season 8
No.
now.
Season 7 ended.
We're season 8. Didn't you see the
When
new
did it
color
end?
scheme on Instagram? Oh,
There's a new color scheme?
yeah.
I don't have Instagram.
What?
I don't
That's
have
kinda rude.
Instagram.
Oh.
I download Instagram to post something and then I promptly delete it.
Are you telling me that you don't get to see all of my incredible Boy Oh Boy drawings?
No.
They're so
Let me
good.
look.
You've done
I'm
one
so
in the
sorry.
last 10 weeks, Grayson.
Yep.
This is the same color scheme.
No. Look at the most recent one. It's different.
This is the same.
Bim, do you want to
Orange
take
you
and blue.
colorblind?
a guess as to what that
Hello?
even is? What the illustration is?
Orange and blue. Look at.
Is it the
That's
Alamo?
also orange and blue.
No, it's all
Guys, is it the
different.
Alamo? Guys, do you remember on Potted Day where Bim and I put our foreheads next to each other and you measured both of them and you found out that Bim actually has the bigger forehead and you felt bad about making fun of me for the past few weeks about me having a big forehead, and then you promptly kept making fun of me for having a big forehead?
I forgot about it until now, but now, because that was when I was unenlightened. That was before I had listened to all the episodes of BM&W, and now, having gone back and listened, I do know that you don't have a bigger forehead, you have a square
I just
forehead.
No, it's a
It's
rectangle.
rectangle.
Oh,
head.
sorry, I'm not up to the
Are you
lore.
kidding?
Rectangle.
Could
No,
you do
because-
like one of those things where you take the fingers and you count how many fingers your forehead is, please?
4.
Mine's like 4.5.
Yeah, but also it's like the proportions thing where it's like the same. I got the golden features. Yeah, but the thing is with the rectangle head thing, Jason had never once in his life called me rectangle head. Like, he's never even mentioned the fact that I might have a rectangle head. And then, like, we gave him the Google form, and apparently I have a rectangle head suddenly.
He had just been keeping it
This
locked
is
up for
common
years.
knowledge.
He hadn't told you.
He just decided that I had a rectangle head at that point, and I was like,
Well,
oh,
he made
okay.
an observation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it's possible you
Um,
could have developed the rectangle head at about that point in
Yes.
life, you know?
I'm guessing. Well, that was also 2020, where I not that I don't now, but I had a very, like, baby face. Like, she was still in the works. So I imagine it just, like, she wasn't done yet. She was, like, it's like walking into a movie halfway through and then, like, not knowing what's going on. Like, you can't do that. You have to watch it start to finish. You can't just walk in halfway through Inception and be like, I don't get it. Of course you're not going to get it.
Obviously.
That's it. Yes, JC?
Why is Grayson's TV on? It feels like a waste of electricity.
I
'cause
can't
was
see Grayson,
watching
so I don't
YouTube
care.
and television before I came on.
Mm-hmm.
No, he was watching
That's not even
during.
like fully true. I was napping.
Oh.
He was watching during.
He's still watching.
Also, does anyone else have a hard time falling asleep unless you're watching some sort of Family Guy thing on YouTube? Like, whether it's a compilation or like a Mojo Top 10 of Family Guy, like anything Family Guy related, I can't fall asleep without that. Anyone else have this?
Mine's Mario.
Okay. Yes.
Once
because-
the empathy fully develops, that'll go away, Charlie. Don't worry.
Thank you, Grayson. No, because, Bim, remember that one time where they left McDonald's on your nightstand and, like, you're like, why didn't they wake me up? Blah, 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 blah. And then I walked in and, Bim's, first of all, the position she was in was absolutely hilarious. I can't even
You should
begin
have
to
taken a
describe
picture.
it. I wish I did. her hand was, she was on her side, guys. She was on her side, and her hand was like this, and her phone was on, like, the bed like this. So, like, it's obvious that she had her phone in her hand, and then she dropped it. And, it, like, on her phone was playing, like, Mario videos. And, like, she was sleeping, I think, on top of the covers. She just, like, it was, like, it's, like, you know, after the holiday special where we all just went upstairs and went into our collective bedrooms and just hit the bed and fell asleep? Okay, no one's responding. It was like that.
My hand
like
is
that.
raised.
Like she hit
Excuse
the bed.
you.
JC, let me finish.
Well,
JC, what's your question?
I wasn't a question. I was just gonna respond. I didn't have a bedroom to go to. I slept on the floor that entire trip. But continue.
No one cares.
I care.
No one asked.
Yeah, well, on her phone was playing Mario videos. And I was like,
I remember the
girl, what's she watching? No, because
the exact Mario video. I know it's the ranking every Mario game ever.
I remember Bim saying, she was like, yeah, I was on TikTok and I was about to fall asleep, so I put on a YouTube video. Like, obviously that's gonna be worse. And she was so peeved that no one woke her up. Like, obviously no one's gonna wake you up. You were up all day.
Y'all bought me McDonald's. Y'all bought me McDonald's. So why didn't you wake me up to give it to me?
You were asleep.
Whatever.
I fell asleep on purpose so I could have a little nap, so that way I could stay up later for whenever y'all get back.
But then you should message saying, "Hey guys, I
forgot,
wake me up
guys. I
when
was really tired."
Wow. There you go.
Guys,
you should have woken me up though.
You know, it was hilarious actually. I had gotten all ready for bed, and then I laid down, and as I was scrolling through TikTok before going to bed, Bim woke up, and she woke up like this. Like that. She woke up like that, exactly. For those of you who are audio listeners only, basically she was laying on her back and she just sat up in the most terrifying way possible. And when she sat up, I legitimately thought she was still sleeping. Because her first word was, "What?"
I was so confused.
Like, her eyes were still basically closed. She peels her hand off of her face, and she has a line on her face from the hair tie that JC drew on her wrist.
Of course.
And it's just a blue line on her face. And then she's like, just like looking around. Like,
it was like one of those moments where like you close your eyes and then you open them and you're in a different like. Yeah, it was one of those.
Well, like, I can imagine how discombobulated she might have been, because since she had fallen asleep, I had taken her phone and plugged it into a charger, put a blanket over her, and then turned off the lights. So she was just, like, in a different world. World.
It was scary.
I think it was, like, the funniest experience of my entire life. Guys, when I tell you she sat up like this. And she just spent like 5 minutes oscillating like a fan, just back and forth. God, it was hilarious. It was the best.
Sorry.
And then she woke up. She woke up and she goes, "So are you gonna tell me what happened?" And I was like, "You were asleep, by the way. So you can't get mad at me for not telling you what happened because you were asleep."
Girl, y'all should have woken me up.
It was, I think, the funniest experience of my existence,
Oh, wow.
actually. Yeah.
Your existence.
Guys, what do you think was BM&W's funniest moment?
I don't know. Does it count if it's not on the podcast? If it's just you two?
It counts.
Okay.
It counts, yeah.
I'm gonna say Wednesday's stream when Chargle was dancing by the window.
Oh my god, that's fantastic. I thought you were gonna say that one time where I said siblings by chance, lovers by choice, because you told me you almost drove your car off the road at that point.
Oh, I did. That was, yeah. Because I drive by there, like, going to Grayson's every week. So every week I think of that moment. And I'm like, oh.
Oh my goodness, they're
lovers
so
by
funny.
choice. Oh my goodness. Grayson, your
Wow,
turn?
this is so exciting.
What about you, Grayson?
I honestly don't know.
Oh.
Ugh.
I don't have any.
Well, it's like you always tell me off the podcast.
Lame.
Why do
Tomato,
we hang
tomato,
out with
tomato.
them? They're not funny people. Why do we keep doing this? And I tell you, Grayson, it's because they're our friends. You say, but they're not funny, JC. And I say, okay, Grayson.
I've never said any of those words.
Sounds like you would say that.
It does.
I would never.
Pretty frequently.
You know, every podcast has a weak link. Grayson's it.
Honestly,
I'm
thank
really
you guys
sorry.
for
I'm
finally
very
seeing
tired.
it.
What do you mean, finally? I've seen it since day one.
Oh. I
Day
appreciate this.
one.
What's our weak link, guys?
Grayson?
They're nervous. They're nervous to say because they know.
I was hoping you could, because I'd taken
I
a lot
guess-
of the questions
Wait,
today.
do you want me to answer this? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm not saying you're the weak link of their podcast. I want you to respond to the question.
No, Grayson's
Okay.
the weak link of the BM&W.
He drags all of us down.
I
Wow.
know.
That seems a little abusive. Am I still answering the question, or are we going with that?
Yes.
Chargo's the weak link.
Controversial.
Controversial. How many people? Okay.
Listen. I've accepted something in life. JC is Chargo's favorite. I still have a chance to become Bim's favorite.
No! You already are Bim's
still have a
favorite. What the
chance.
hell? It's not...
Okay, and I'm not throwing away that chance. Chargo's the weak
When-
link. Bim, you're great.
When did I say JC was my favorite?
I think it
All
was
the-
the
like,
point where
all
you
the
asked
time.
if I could host your podcast instead of him. That may have been part of
Well, okay, that might have been a turning point.
it. Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness. You can't blame me, though. You can't blame me. Here I am, revealing my trauma. And Grayson's
Yes,
like,
J-
you know what? You just suck. Yes, JC?
Charcoal, have you had the chance to listen to the Bim episode of Boy Oh Boy Oh Boy yet?
I listened to most of it.
Have you listened to the part where we discussed favorites?
Yes.
You have. So just to make sure, you've heard this clip that I have right here.
Don't you dare.
Hold on just one second, guys. Oh, wait, it's a screen cap of the video that I was pulling up. Let me find the real video.
Oh, perfect.
JC, you're my favorite.
Oh, okay,
This-
here.
JC, you're my favorite.
I'm your favorite?
Yes.
This was, a momentary
A lapse in your judgment.
a lapse in my judgment. I will never make the same mistake again. I don't
here-
have a favorite.
Here's
Steven
the
is
thing.
my favorite.
Steven is my favorite. Hans also.
Steven. It's just Steven.
Just Steven. No one else is on the list. It's like a tier list.
It's just-
S is
yeah.
Steven, and then everyone else is the bottom.
S stands for Steven.
S is Steven. I was gonna say something. JC, you should put that on the soundboard.
Oh, I really should. Wow,
You're
that's a
welcome.
wonderful
You're
idea,
welcome.
Chargle.
And with that fantastic idea, I think it's time to say goodbye to the fan favorite guests, Grayson and JC,
the
or
fan.
as their legal names, Jason. Wait, what? Jason.
You
and
messed up
Gracie.
your own bit, Chargle. That's embarrassing.
What the heck?
It's
Oh my
it's not a
God.
bit. It's actually what I think.
If you guys want to
It's
listen
a
to a
problem.
podcast where the hosts
Messing up.
don't mess up their bits, go to
Why'd you press start after go?
because I was scared you were gonna go again.
Wow.
Was I wrong? Were you thinking about it?
I was thinking about it.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Well, Bim. Oh my goodness. Let me see them nails.
Hee hee hee.
Here we go, guys. What color do you want?
What color? let me see what colors.
Guys, I was thinking maybe not this.
Get it together. Come on. Hurry
Give
up.
me a minute.
Hurry up.
Oh, here it is. 1, 2.
Yeah.
And then
Ooh.
also, right?
Yeah.
I like to name this color combo Tutti Frutti
Yeah.
because that's what I thought of when it came out, and then maybe also one of
Ooh,
these,
yeah.
or like a this situation. But anyway,
I'll do these.
do you
Oh,
like?
I like
my
your nails. Yeah.
This one's a lot more pink than it gives credit for. It looks tan or almost
yeah.
white, and it looks like red,
White.
white, and blue. But when I first painted them, I promised they didn't look like that.
Wow, I didn't know
Yeah,
you
anyway,
were like this.
so you want to do Tutti
I'll do
Frutti?
this. Yeah, Tutti Frutti, please.
Perfect, sounds good. So, Bim, how has this 100th episode extravaganza been for you?
It's been great. It's been fun just walking down memory lane. Yeah, getting all the previous guests
From the first 100 episodes. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's been great.
Yeah.
So I know we don't like to play favorites on this podcast. We never do. Never once in our life have we been like, this is our favorite guest.
Never.
Who was our favorite
guest that we've had on so far.
I have to go with Ethan, I think.
You know what? I think also maybe yes, me as well. Because I think Ethan is the funniest person ever walked this earth. He could blow his nose and I would laugh.
He's so funny.
He, like, and simply so funny.
Like, he has, like, this presence. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like every time you walk into a room, you're like, get ready to laugh, guys.
Yeah.
Get ready to laugh. And, like, every time he would just, like, move. It was just funny.
Exactly.
This kid is hilarious.
He's so funny.
So funny.
Like, whenever he streams, like, I remember my favorite stream of his ever was when he was, like, sick and he wasn't doing anything. He was just, like, talking or whatever, and he'd occasionally, like, pull up. He was talking. And, like, he just started playing FNAF for no reason, and, like, he got really scared by the first night, and, like it was just funny. Like,
this kid he's an entertainer.
Exactly.
What can we say?
What can we say?
It's just hilarious.
Yeah, so I feel like definitely Ethan. He's
Definitely
my fave.
Ethan. Love it.
He's my fave guest.
That's guest. Well, we've also had let's do a recap. In case they've forgotten, because this episode is so darn long.
Mm-hmm.
So we did Jenny Bichelle.
Yeah.
What a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I think they both consume just so many podcasts that they would be really good in a scenario where they had to record one.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree?
I think so, yeah. My mom always listens to podcasts.
However, I don't think, like, they're really good at, like, the stuff that we're into.
Yeah.
Because, like, yes, your mom's on TikTok, but she's not on TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. She like references some, like, audios that I'm like, how do you know that?
How did you? Who told you that?
Who told you that?
Who told you that?
But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Same thing with Jenny. Like, she's on Twitter. She's not on Twitter. She's not on Twitter.
Yeah.
No. When she says she's on Twitter more and more every day, it scares me because, guys, what am I supposed to tweet now? I have to censor my tweets.
No.
That's why they stay in the draft.
I cannot wait for the great charcoal draft dump.
Of TikTok or Twitter?
Both.
I have no plans of doing a Twitter one. I might for, like, something special on the podcast, just read all of my drafts. And I'll say, Mom, you can't listen to this episode.
You were not allowed.
You simply cannot. And she should have to respect that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She has to. She gotta. Let's see, who else have we had on the podcast? We had Billiot on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love that. It just felt like a normal episode. Just sitting down talking to Billiot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just fantastic.
The chain changed.
I love how your family feels like my family.
Yeah.
And, like, I just think it's so funny how I go on family vacations with you guys. And that one time where the spring break vacation, and Billy's like, no, just family. And then somehow I ended up on the trip.
And then you were just there.
And then somehow I ended up.
You were, like, definitely officially, you were
no, because
a big deal.
They were allowed to invite people, right?
Yes, they were.
And they just didn't.
They didn't.
You're the only one who took advantage of the opportunity.
I was like, invite people. Charlotte? Hello? Charlotte? The one time whenever the pageant person was like, are you guys family? Yes. Yes. No question. We were like, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're not allowed to be here, so it didn't even help in the long run.
Literally.
I should have just said I was in the pageant. I'd be like, no, I'm in the pageant. I'm a girl.
Yeah, exactly. Any girl.
Do you see the makeup I'm wearing? I love it.
Exactly.
I love makeup.
I love makeup. My nails are
makeup.
looking so good.
Oh my god, it's so great. I haven't spilled once. I never spill. JC's grandpa was all like, you better not spill. And I was like, I never spill. And he goes, okay. All right. And then I gave him COVID. He didn't have COVID, but like
wow,
what
the heck?
I like to say that I gave them COVID.
How does it feel to be patient zero?
Not great. It doesn't feel great to be a statistic, I will admit. Wow. I'm in stat right now, and studying myself is just not the best.
Yeah.
Every time they say, like, COVID, everyone just turns and looks at me.
Like, oh, you?
Like, you're the one. I'm
it's
like,
you.
Yeah. But I was explaining this to someone else. I was like, I got COVID in a cool way. It's not like I went to school and that's why I have COVID.
Right.
I got COVID because I went to New York City. The Big Apple.
NYC.
Da 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 da.
There.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who else did we have on the podcast? We had Boy Oh Boy on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
not to dox ourselves as to when we recorded this, but we
have not.
Yeah, we have.
We have.
And we already know how bad it's gonna be.
We just know.
We know.
I mean, I've listened to Boy Oh Boy before.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if they were to come on as a guest, they're a unit, you know?
Right.
They're like a package deal.
Mm-hmm. Same with like Jenny Bichelle.
Jenny Bichelle.
Sorry.
It's like Grandpa. Jenny Bichelle.
Jenny Bichelle.
Mm-hmm. I think they definitely need to start their own podcast. Boy oh boy, they should have stopped at 200.
They should have stopped at 200.
Simply, I don't get it.
I stand by this fact. I've grieved and mourned Boy oh Boy, and it's over.
No, because I was so angry when the Alohi and Mahina, are those their names?
I think so.
I don't care.
I don't know.
I simply don't care. I'm sure they're wonderful people.
Don't care.
Do not care. When that episode came out, I rolled my eyes so hard I fell over.
Yeah.
Like, it was infuriating.
I think I listened to like the first 5-10 minutes and I was like, I can't.
No, I think I listened to like 2 seconds just to make sure it was actually them and not Grayson and JC.
Yeah.
But then when they came out with the episode next week, they were all like, sorry we made you cry. No, they're not.
Y'all ain't sorry. Y'all ain't sorry. This is why neither of you guys are my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And also, like, however, I think they do like similar content to us.
Yeah, they do have similar content.
And like, even if they don't, they could make it so they do. They both have TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
We send them TikToks.
I send JC every FNAF video that comes to my For You page.
He needs to study up.
He does.
Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. I think let me check what the last actually, no, I'm not checking. I don't care. I simply do not care.
Yeah.
I love how good your nails look right now.
Thank you. I like them too. Mm-hmm. They look very nice.
Yeah, too bad.
I love the Tutti Frutti.
Mm-hmm. Too bad you can never do my nails.
I could never do your nails?
Yeah.
Why?
You're not good enough at nails.
You're just being so dramatic.
No. Bim, name a time when you've done my nails and you haven't screwed them up somehow.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever.
If you just let me do a flower.
Hear me out.
Hear me out.
I see your nail polish and I raise you a flower.
Please. It'll bring together the whole look.
No, because I work.
Look how good my nails look.
Yeah.
Imagine that on you.
The Tutti Frutti?
Well, yeah. Imagine.
I'd have imagined because I'm the one who picked out the colors and named it Tutti Frutti.
Imagine I can do what you're doing. I can do it.
You can?
Mm-hmm.
You promise?
I pinky promise.
Better than I could on myself?
-1 probably.
-1.
1.5 maybe.
Possibly. Maybe.
Possibly. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Also, I really liked that part where we didn't have any guests.
Any
the
guests?
Segment where we didn't have any guests and it was just a regular podcast.
Mm-hmm.
That one I think was top tier. Really good.
Really good? Why do you sound like that?
What do you mean?
You're like top tier really good.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I just really liked I liked hearing from people we don't normally hear from on the podcast. People who usually stay silent. So that's really
yeah.
Good.
Oh
my goodness. I thought you were doing a bit. I genuinely thought you were doing a bit. Oh my god. You are the worst. You are simply the worst.
Guys, I forget.
I forgot.
Yeah, I loved the normal episode.
The normal episode trademark.
Yeah,
the normal.
Classic BM&W.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. That was the opportunity of a lifetime. Okay, bits aside. That was the opportunity of a lifetime. And like, I think about it and I'm like, you know what? That was probably the last time I'm ever going to speak to him. Because like, there's never going to be an instance where we're going to need to do that. You know, like I'm going to like we had our time. I'm ready to leave him alone. Like he's had enough struggle for a lifetime. That man put up with so much of my BS. He can live the rest of his life in peace.
He'll never have to hear from you again.
Exactly. That's why I was terrified when I thought that JC actually DM'd him on Instagram, because I thought that it was real, and I thought that I wouldn't be able to ever have him on the podcast again. So I was like, okay, that's him cashing in like his favor. So like, it was terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying. Yeah, because if that was real, we would not have been able to have him on the 100th episode. I would not be able to deal with that. Like, so glad we're here.
So glad we're here.
Oh, I'm so glad we made it. We're out on the other side. I texted Bim before we did it. I took a selfie and I'm nervous. Hashtag nervy. Nervy. Yeah, and then she texted me, it'll be good. We get to talk to Huma. I was like, yes.
We get to talk to
Huma.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I screenshotted it. I scribbled out the Huma and I put it on my story and I said, get ready. No one on my private story listens to the podcast. Absolutely no one.
What the heck?
I can think of 0 people on my private story that listens to the podcast.
This is so sad.
Not even Jason and Garrett anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Jason will listen to it if my dad is listening to it in the car. Because my mom listens to it on Monday mornings, but my dad will listen to it if he's in the car going somewhere. So that's it.
Wow. Yeah. I can't believe this.
I know.
This is so sad.
Anyway,
yeah, that was really good.
It was really good. Who in the people that we interviewed had the potential to like come on again, like more frequently? Do you think?
I feel like everyone. Like I would have everyone on. I think. Again.
Yeah. That's good. That's good to hear. Okay, makes sense. Nails are looking good.
They're looking so good.
Do they feel good?
They feel good. Yeah.
That's really, really great.
Very good.
Oh my goodness, I love Tutti Frutti.
Tutti Frutti.
Tutti Frutti is great. So, yeah, that's good. This is good.
What about you? Which one do you think?
I really don't know. Because I'm trying to think, like, people that I go really well with. And, like, people I can, like, talk to and stand. So, like, I'm thinking we know that boy oh boy, we have, like, a good chemistry together. Like, we're, like, it's always solid. Bounce it back and forth. Never a dull moment.
Right.
I'm thinking Bethan's good. But I feel like him and I, we don't really, like, it's not easy for us.
Right.
Like, we would need a middleman. But yeah.
I feel like you're looking really way too into this.
What do you mean?
Like, why do you care about, like, the chemistry and, like...
Well, like, if we're gonna have him on the podcast again, like, we want to make sure it's a good episode.
Yeah, but, like, just the chemistry between you and Bethan? What about me?
Well, I'm just thinking, like, long term, you know?
Long term?
Yeah, like I'm thinking of myself, like, how these people would mesh with, like, the future of the podcast.
Future of the podcast? What do you mean?
I don't mean anything. I'm not, like, getting anywhere. I'm just saying, like, if, like, going forward, I think, like, when we have, like, more people on the podcast, more different people on the podcast, I'm thinking, like, how it would fit in and how the puzzle piece would fit in.
Okay.
I don't know. It just why are you acting?
Well,
like
it just seems like you're looking like I thought this is just like a fun like what do you future of the podcast? Like you're looking way too into this.
Well, yeah, like of course it was a fun retrospective, like looking back 100 episodes, we did it, but like it's kind of also like, you know, going forward, we got the suggestion from Jenny Bichelle, like we should have more guests and like it should be better and more topics and stuff like that. And I feel like, you know, if we have more people on and like I feel like it could really work.
Sure. Yeah. I can work with that, but you're like picking people out like specific people. Like
I mean, we got a plan.
Sure. I don't know. It just seems like you're...
Well, I'm just thinking, what will our audience like, you know? And will they enjoy a BM&W and Boy Oh Boy episode? Probably, yeah, we've done it before. Would they enjoy, like, another, like, would they enjoy a show with a capital W with no co-host and guests? They might.
No co-host?
No. It's almost like as if we didn't have one last time.
okay. I didn't need that, but all right. I feel like
I'm just speaking the facts.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like a BM&W with no BM?
The W podcast?
Yeah.
I feel like I did a pretty good job with my podcast. Do you think your podcast was good?
I thought mine was okay, but I feel like it's like what Jenny and Michelle said. Like, it's us together, you know?
Is it us together, or is it two people?
Just any two people.
Yeah.
It's us together. Come on, it's us.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's just, you know how we have eras of the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
It's been going pretty downhill recently.
That's just the eras, you know? It's just, like,
yeah,
we had the good, the bad, like, it's just, once we get something good, like, we'll pick it up.
But it's been going on for such a long time now. We had the mukbang era. It was great. It was fantastic. Then it's just been a bunch of nothing. We just sit here and we do nails. Your nails look great, by the way.
Thank you.
We sit here and we do nails and we talk about nothing. We just don't say anything of substance.
I didn't know we need... Since when do we need substance?
Since our other episodes have been getting a lot more recognition in the media.
In the media?
In the media.
Which episodes?
All of them. Episode 62. That one was probably our most story-driven podcast. It got the most views out of all of them. So many that we had to take it down.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that when we just come in here and we talk about just boring stuff, we talk about Nick Cage sunglasses, and we talk about me hitting a deer with my car. It's just like nothing. We talk about nothing.
So then what do you want? Say something better then. I don't know. What are you expecting? This podcast is two people.
I'm expecting to not have to do all of the heavy lifting.
All the heavy lifting?
Why are you saying it like that? All the heavy lifting. Yes, it's true.
That is such cap.
Little Miss, I'll just do the thumbnail, and then that's all I'll contribute to the week.
I used to edit the podcast until you wanted to edit. You said, I don't want to do the thumbnail anymore, so I started doing the thumbnail. It's pretty hard, you know? Picking the pictures and stuff.
It's hard?
Okay, maybe not hard, but
the only reason I started editing the podcast is because you guilted me into those...
I didn't guilt anything.
Those few months in the beginning when it was just literally... during quarantine, when I didn't have the proper equipment to edit the podcast, and you were completely like, oh, it's so hard editing the podcast.
It was hard.
It's just... And coming up with topics sometimes. Sometimes it's always just me saying, this is what we're going to do, and you say, okay.
Well, you never give me any opportunity to collaborate. You just have a list all of a sudden. You don't even tell me that there's a list, and you just show up and you're just talking about stuff. It would be nice if I was, like, clued in. Maybe you are trying to make it seem like you're doing all the heavy lifting, but in reality, you don't want to try and give me any of the heavy lifting because you don't trust me.
What do you mean I don't trust you? I give you opportunities all the only reason
like when?
The only reason I have a list is because we're walking into the podcast with nothing. With nothing. You know damn well you could text me anytime and be like, "Let's do this." And I would be game.
I didn't know I had to. You text me all the time, you say, "We are doing this." What if I had an idea that week? You just say, "We are doing this. Come up with this." What if I didn't want to do that? Huh?
Then tell me. You can't sit here and be like, I'm forcing you to do this. It's literally the BM&W podcast. It's not my podcast. But I feel like
you're making it seem like it.
All the time, I do the heavy lifting.
You are putting this on yourself by not giving me anything. You could have given me anything.
It's not my job to give you stuff to do. It's not my job to make sure that you feel included. Okay? You have to incorporate yourself into what we're doing.
Well, when you just you just have the list. You can't just maybe like text it to me before so that way I know what's going on. I'm not just going in blind. I thought that this was supposed to be a natural conversation. All of a sudden you have segues and you have a list and you know I'm going from this point, this point, this point. Like I would like to know that kind of stuff. Maybe I can like come up with a list of my own.
Well, sometimes when we have nothing to talk, when we have no list, it's a bunch of
Well, I mean, I guess. And it's a bunch of rambling stories that lead to nowhere. And it's just boring. It's boring to listen to. It's boring to sit here. That's why we started doing nails, so I had something to do when we talk incessantly about nothing.
I feel like our best podcast when we talk about nothing. Do you remember Teams? Do you remember, you know what I'm talking about.
You can't even think of the episodes. It's like you haven't been here. You've been here sitting with me, but you haven't been here. You haven't been here, okay?
I've put everything into this podcast. This podcast is like my favorite thing of every single week. I always look forward to it, but it feels like you are the one who's making it seem like it's a chore.
It's never been a chore to me. This podcast has been a space where we can be creative. That's what we started it as. It started as creative things where we both came up with ideas, and then suddenly I realized these are only my ideas. This is only me coming up with stuff to talk about. And it's like, why do I keep allowing her to just sit here and do nothing and let me just keep figuring things out? You never offer anything. You never say, like, let's try this. I am more than open to any idea that you have. Any idea. But the only reason why I sit here and make a list is because we're walking into the podcast with nothing. With nothing. And yes, some of our best podcasts were off the cuff, like improv stuff, but that still came from something. Like, something. Okay? And when we come in here and we just try to, like, talk about our week, and the whole podcast is us talking about the boring things that happen to us, we're not interesting people, Bim. We are definitely not interesting people. So having a podcast without interesting people, without interesting topics, what do you talk about? Nothing. That's what we talk about. That's why I feel like I'm doing all the heavy lifting, coming up with topics, coming up with this stupid list that you feel so strongly about that it's ruining the podcast. It's the only thing keeping us on track.
Then why don't you go do it with someone else? You take your list to someone else.
Sure.
What?
You're suggesting it. Is this what you want?
That was like a figure of speech. Like, I didn't mean it.
Why do you think we had everyone on the podcast this week?
Oh. Okay. So this whole thing, I thought, okay, let me get this straight. I thought we were having everyone on the podcast as a big reunion, like, oh, I love the podcast. Let's have everyone who's ever been on it back on it again as like a recap. And it was just your, like, backwards way to replace me.
It started as a reunion, but then I saw it as an opportunity.
You don't see the issue in this? You don't see how this makes me feel? I'm sitting here interviewing my replacement without even me knowing. I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, let's have Ginny and Michelle, let's have Ethan, let's have Boy Oh Boy Elliot. And you're just sitting here like taking notes and like making it to replace me?
It wasn't originally my intention, but after seeing how much better it is when I'm talking with someone else who's bringing the same energy as me.
I have been giving so much energy. What do you mean?
When I edited Show with a capital W, I could have deleted your track and it would have made none of the difference.
That is something completely different. Why are you... That is... What... You... I don't get it. Why are you making this such a big deal?
I don't feel like I'm making this a big deal. I'm just aggravated at the situation that we have been put in.
The situation we've been put in, this is a situation that we've made.
Exactly. And I have been working tirelessly to try to pull us out of this pit of bad ratings, bad numbers.
Bad ratings? We have a 5-star rating.
No, we don't.
We're millionaires.
Okay, it's just... I have been trying to pull us out of this slump. I have been working so hard to claw us out of this pit that we're in. But if I'm dragging a huge sack of nothing behind me, it makes it so much more difficult. It makes it just astronomically more difficult.
Why are you making it seem like the nothing is only about me? If I'm the only one bringing nothing. It's both of us. We're both bringing nothing.
You can't then now pin this on me, because every topic we've had for months has been me coming up with things to talk about, so we're not talking about nothing.
I can't get over it. You're just replacing me. You're just like that. Just like that. Just for not how do you know that these people are going to be better than me?
You can't sit here and tell me you didn't see this coming.
I didn't see this coming. I didn't see any of this. This is a betrayal, honestly.
I don't see it like that. I see it as you betrayed me a long time ago when you decided to just stop bringing anything to the podcast. We started this with great intentions, wanting to be creative. We started this with topic after topic after topic, and it was us working together. And then somewhere along the road, you dropped. You fell off. I don't know where it was. I wish I could figure it out. I wish I could figure it out to pick you back up. But, like, it feels like you're not giving me anything anymore. You're not giving anything to BM&W. And it's just, it's tiring. It's tiring being here. And, like, it's just, I can't.
Okay. You can go and replace me. Fine. Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't care. Whatever you say. If you say I'm giving nothing, I'm giving nothing. I don't want to be here anymore then. I don't want to be here with someone who's just gonna, like, manipulate me and...
I'm not manipulating you. I'm telling you how it is.
How it is. Okay.
Oh my God. You're being just ridiculous right now.
You're being ridiculous.
How am I being ridiculous? I'm telling you what it's like being here with you.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. What does this mean?
What does this mean? You're just telling me that I'm a bad friend. I'm a bad podcast host.
I said nothing about being a bad friend. None of this has been in our non-existent friendship, okay? None of this has been about our friendship. I'm talking strictly in terms of the podcast, okay? Just flat out in terms of the podcast. This does not have to affect our friendship, because we all know
I feel like it is.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't affect our friendship. This is totally different. This is us as business partners.
But the podcast, I feel like, is an extension of our friendship. And by you just saying, I'm so boring to talk to, I can't do anything, like, that is saying that you don't want to be friends with me.
That is not at all what I'm saying. I never once said that I don't want to be friends with you. Never once. Never in a million years would I ever say that. All I'm saying is, for a podcast standpoint, where it's supposed to be interesting, and it's not just supposed to be two friends talking, because us talking is not what other people want to listen to. It's what we want to listen to. A podcast is supposed to be consumed. And right now, our podcast isn't something that people are going to want.
Fine.
You just... What is this fine? Okay.
It's just... I look forward to this podcast every single week. And just to all of a sudden realize that you don't even care, that it's been a chore for you, that you don't like doing it. You've been trying to replace me for, like, weeks, months even. I don't know how long you've felt this way. And all of a sudden you're just like, well, yeah, okay. Fine. Okay. I'll leave. I thought that this was supposed to be two friends talking, and this is fun, and I love this podcast. This podcast is I've said this is the best part of my week. And then you just are like, oh, I need to come up with the list because Bim can't talk. Bim doesn't know what she's doing. I could edit Bim out if I wanted to. Then do it. Do it.
Calm down, Emily.
What did you call me?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think I'm done here.
No.
All right.
No. Okay.
Replace me.